Welcome to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. This is the world of Atlaran. Beyond the Forgotten Realms and perhaps not far from Exandria, Atlaran and her two-moon sky have seen leviathans, dissolutions, divine gates, and calamities. And that's only the last 5,000 years. Perhaps most distinct for her scars, Atlaran is host to a number of sacred or cursed sites, depending on whether you ask Bahamut or Asmodeus. Or perhaps you'll ask the old Balin gods, whom the world herself and her moons and star are named after. These places, like Mount Gear, the Monomarig Meteor, Drozdana, the Dawn Deep Trench, the Shattered Continent, the Greenhall Sea, the entirety of Garrett Eldathos, they all play parts in the world's fate. But it's the people that truly shape it. And every so often, little windows of time, short glimpses into exceptional people's lives, are plucked from the midst of the chaotic centuries, and we call them stories. They're not always epics of heroism and bravery. Quite the contrary. Every hero was once a bumbling fool, or a selfish mercenary looking to make a platinum. Or, in most cases, both. And that brings us to our particular window in time, following in the footsteps of a scorned bard and her unlikely lone wolf companion. Or perhaps lone coyote is more apt.
Maren Veneer, a half-elven fighter with a love of freedom and gunpowder and a former bard relearning her musical skills. Maren was the daughter to a frail sun-elf laundress who passed away when she was still young. Left to care for her half-sister Sylfie alone, Maren grew up far too fast. In her desperation to keep her sister from starving, Maren accepted help from the Alteras and was lured into their poisonous web of abuse, theft, and murder. Forced to kill and torture often those unsuspecting and even undeserving. Eventually, Maren dared to question her adoptive father Alistair, and was slaughtered on the spot by her brothers just before she was 18. Sylfie was left to flee alone, but 10 years later, Maren awoke, revived by the Heidelen cult. Sickly but determined, she recovered thanks to powerful magics and the apparent interest of Cynthia Moore, mother of the new king of the Arbiters, Silas Moore III. And, by Cynthia's order, Maren was given as a gift to Silas in the hopes that she would become his subservient partner, a suitable wife that would not question the Moore family thanks to her debt to them. Maren, however, had the spark of rebellion in her soul by then, and wasn't about to be controlled again. When Silas proved he supported her in the freedom of those crushed by the Arbiters, Maren reluctantly fell in love. Now with her fiancé at her back and the work to be done, Maren is ready for the long road ahead. She'll make sure no one suffers under the boot of the Arbiters or the Heidelen cult ever again.
Kit, just Kit, a shifter or elusir of the Coyote Totem and mildly devout cleric of Savros, the Balin god of mischief and wanderers. Originally hailing from Amnobelyn as part of a group of natives called the Manamar and Dulmarig, Kit's people have always been harassed by the Skull, or outsiders who seek to take their ancestral lands and waters. Kit's particular tribe was attacked when he was young, rendering himself and his brother Ren orphans, and forcing their tribe to flee their home continent altogether. They found refuge in Irakel, but struggled to adjust to the change from subarctic to equatorial desert. Trusting in the sacred Mount Gear, heart of the world, to watch over them, Kit's people settled in the northern savannas. But Kit never settled, aimlessly causing trouble to Skull and taking mercenary contracts to send money home since he was 15. Kit has become a person of interest to the Guild of Wardens, enforcers who help keep the common laws. Thanks to Dana Fioris, a former troublemaking comrade who eventually went straight and became a warden herself, Kit has quite the dossier with the Wardens, and rarely struggles to find work at their guild. And now, alongside Sylfie, Kit has his own scores to settle with the Arbiters, though breaking apart an organization of kidnappers and slavers would be reason enough to destroy them. Hey everybody.
Hello?
Hi.
What kind of opening was that?
I don't know. Hi everyone.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
I've
Welcome
had
to the
4
Atlaran.
hours of sleep, so forgive
Welcome
me.
to the Atlaran Adventuring Company. I'm your Dungeon Master, Taiylor Wallace. We're all very tired, I assume. And I'm joined by Alicia Kelley.
Hi.
And Blake Wolfe.
What's up?
What?
Oh, we didn't get
It me!
There we go.
Oh my god. Everybody wants to
gonna be a train
bitch
wreck.
about it until I don't do it, and then they're like, I can't believe you!
Who's
The
bitching?
whole
Taiylor.
point of the bit is to bitch about it. That's what makes it fun.
I disagree.
Anyway, hello. We're all tired because it's
Help it's
One
again.
yes.
Yeah.
I became a new cat parent today, so I'm tired because I couldn't sleep
Yay.
last night, and
I'm
he's
doing
hiding
okay.
inside the couch.
Oh yeah, Weisha's fine. Weisha's like,
I'm fine.
Oh,
I
very
get perfect
cool.
amounts of sleep.
No, I just had a lot of caffeine.
Oh.
I was gonna say I just made a panic cup of coffee when I disappeared during the intro. So
Caffeine, caffeine,
caffeine. Anyway, hello everybody.
Hi.
Loopy.
This is gonna be fun.
So fun.
So, last time we went on a fucking journey.
We did emotionally, ecumenically,
Physically.
grammatically.
Okay.
I mean, maybe.
You guys were in the village of Vulfira in northern Iroquois, the home of Kit's people currently. And after spending the previous day sort of getting acquainted getting acquainted with, I'm very tired, with the village and people in it. The following morning, some things were a little off. Some people were missing. Silas was having a little bit of a slow start, though that didn't go anywhere that I planned it to go. And you guys learned that Ren, Roma, and Zaloa were missing, along with one of the watchmen, Jan. A little bit of desperately scrabbling about for clues, and you guys made your way to Jan's home and ended up falling into a pit, just Marin and Kit. And you found yourselves in the misty lair of the false Hydra,
Ugh, penis monster.
where I gaslighted the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Yes, you
I
did.
rewatched that whole thing. Your expressions and your reactions, just
It's embarrassing.
so good. So good.
Just where I screamed when I saw it for the first time. I was like, oh god, this is up on the internet forever.
It is.
Oh no, I'm not bothered by the false Hydra itself. I was more excited to rewatch you guys' reactions to me being like, what wall? What kobold? Because you guys were like, what? No, Taiylor. We saw that, right? And you're like, yeah, we saw that. I'm like, saw what? God, I love that.
Definitely was unsettling.
But yeah, basically dealt with the loss of some object permanents and found a little blue kobold down there that you met several times and then shot in the head.
Well, he had it coming.
Kit told me to.
Yeah.
But in killing him, you managed to get a hold of his earring of true sight, which allowed Kit to actually see the Hydra. And you guys were able to fight it because it was absolutely fucking useless in battle. I don't think I hit you guys once with an actual targeted
I
attack.
don't think so.
No.
I did with an AoE attack, but I did not hit
Just
you.
Yeah.
once so that my guess
I-
could activate.
I lost 2 hit points during that whole battle.
Yeah.
How many did I
was
lose?
awful.
Oh, I gained 13 and then lost 15.
Yeah, so 2 hit points.
2 hit points.
But yeah, you managed to kill it, and the fog disappeared, revealing a large underground cavern that contained a massive pit in the center, and loads of skeletons and corpses. including that of the Constanian merchant.
That asshole.
So, going back topside, you guys stole all of the dead merchant stuff.
Is it stealing or is it reallocating?
And then you found that the mule that you saw was dead was still there.
Oh, Ted.
Sorry, I heard something weird. But that turned out to be Ted, so that's okay. What else? Oh, Roma was found dead because of the false Hydra, but Kit came in with a reincarnation, and they came back as a human, which works out well enough. Kit also planted some more trees for Vulfira. The Elder Mortis Slateheart was also found dead, so there's potential that Ren could become an elder soon.
Yes.
But plans for expansion were put on hold so that everybody could sort of rally from this crazy shit. And you guys are headed for Amnobelyn.
Yeah.
Shortly.
Have we left yet?
No, not yet, unless you wanted to.
Okay.
We're starting off on Vrosgar the 21st in the morning. The Cradle of the Dawn is ready to set out for Siger Rejafyr. If you guys have any final business in Vulfira.
It's the next morning?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like trying to...
Game number 35.
List here.
Episode 19.
Alright, so what I would like to do is I would like to make my way back to the... well, first, before I leave, I want to count the gold that I took off of the merchant's cart.
Mm-hmm.
And see how much is in there.
Okay. Don't burn yourself, Taiylor. Okay.
I don't do that.
Let's see. I should have this written down. You would find a total of 3,652 gold.
3652. Okay, cool. And then the last thing I want to do before we leave, I guess, is go back to the circle of trees. And I am going to, because I thought about this, I actually planned what I was going to do. I'm going to go up to the stone bird bath that I made.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to cast Stone Shape on it again.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to, I can do basically a 5-foot cube. So I'm going to leave the bird bath like where it is and then basically just add on to it. And I'm going to create a statue, a stone statue in the shape of a coyote. Something kind of artistic and also like, polygonal maybe. So it's like, oh, cool. So
Okay.
I'm gonna shape it into a coyote. I am going to wipe away Kit's name. And instead I'm going to put behind it, preserve, adapt, survive. And
Okay.
then I'm going to just look at my handiwork for half a second and then walk away.
Just flip off Vasco while you do it.
Yeah, I was about to say he's gonna be pissed.
Alright. Interesting.
Yeah, I was contemplating live, laugh, love, but, you know.
God damn it. The fact that even entered your brain.
No, the first thing that entered my brain was I was like, live, laugh, love is like people do the 3-word thing. I was like, so I'll just pick 3 words that fit better.
I mean, yeah, that is more in character. I feel.
So now it's it's very
I don't know.
It's very Balto. There's just like
Yeah,
a Balto
it is.
coyote up there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, you leave that in the center of the village. It attracts some attention. Anything else you guys want to do?
I do want to try, because I didn't see you take the money out of the merchant stand.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go back there and just double check.
We gave the merchant stand to the elders.
Yes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. As a dragon.
Okay. Well, never mind then. I'm not gonna.
So it's not there anymore.
Yeah. I'll just assume the money went to them, and I'd be like, oh well.
There is a mule, however.
It's back.
What? It's back.
It's just a brown mule munching out of a bucket.
Did Ted turn back into a mule?
Ted
He
is
probably
weird.
just wanted the apples. Yeah.
Crunch, crunch.
This will be the one time we're like, nah, it's Ted. And then we leave, and it turns out to be another fucking demon in the middle of the
Yeah.
Its head
it's
turns
like-
around backwards and just goes, ah!
Yeah, exactly.
The false Hydra's still there, and yeah.
It's the mule.
No.
Little did you know, that's the big bad evil guy.
For the whole
Yeah.
show.
The
Yes.
mule. Yeah, okay. I guess there's nothing else that I really need to do.
Okay, so
We good?
you guys make your way out to the docks where the Cradle of the Dawn is waiting with your skeleton crew that remains. Most of your crew has decided to stay with the tribe, though most of the Dragonborn and Tieflings that were part of the group have decided they'll continue with you to Amnobelyn. Amnobelyn being kind of on the way to wherever they want to go in Lochmanos. As long as they don't go into northern Lochmanos, they should be fine. Or they can stay in Amnobelyn, I don't care. So, you guys get to your ship, you board with Silas at the helm, as per usual. But before you cast off, you do see Ren is standing out on the dock alone, sort of seeing you guys off.
Obviously, I'm going to go see him.
Yeah, I will too.
Hi, Ren.
What? Okay, no, never mind. I won't.
Marin goes to follow, and Kit gives her a look, and she's like,
Okay,
fine.
fine. I just call over his shoulder. Bye, Ren. It was nice to meet you for 2 seconds.
Bye, Marin. Come back soon.
I'll walk away.
I walk up to Ren, and
Ren looks at you and says, this is why you don't have more friends.
I can't tell you how much I don't care. So I hand out a small pouch of gold to him and just tell him, be like, don't tell anybody I gave you this. And I hand him 2,000 gold.
Jesus, that's not small.
I mean, it's just a handful, right?
2,000 gold?
Yeah.
With inch large pieces?
Oh. So
Like a
just take like a
typical
big
coin?
old fucking bag and just like, poof, here you go.
I'm going to assume it's in like platinum, so it's like having 200 quarters.
Yeah,
It's
I
still
can
a
handle
lot.
that.
It's
That's a
still
lot of
heavy as
quarters,
fuck.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just hand them a tiny, itty bitty little pouch full of 2,000 gold, and teeny tiny, and
Teensy weeny.
I'm like, use this for the village. Don't look at it now. Look at it later.
Well, after the bag of gold falls through the dock, no, I'm kidding. He's like, what? You already gave us a shit ton.
Well, this will be for getting the new business started. You still have the bucket, right? Did I give you the bucket back? Do you have the bucket?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you guys know how to contact the glassblower, right?
Yep, you explained.
Okay, cool. So yeah, call the glassblower, get them here, sell whatever you want to, and yeah. Also, the mule that's still in town is actually an immortal goose with a facade on. So just he likes to eat. I guess just be nice to him.
Okay.
I know that sounds silly. His name is Ted, if any of you can speak with animals.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you always bring weird shit with you?
Have you seen the orchard that I just created for all you guys?
Yeah.
And the
My
monster
point
I
stands.
saved you from?
My point stands.
The cool statue that I made? I also got you a promotion.
That's undecided.
No, it's decided.
No. I'm 15, Kit.
Sounds like you're doing a good job. Moving up in the world, skipping a couple grades. So yeah.
Just don't die in Amnobelyn, please.
I will do my utmost not to die.
Because it seems to be a trend with you and your friends.
Yep. You're not wrong.
So don't let it continue.
I'll try not to.
Okay, we'll go.
Okay. And I pull him into a hug real quick.
Quick squeeze.
Alright. Go. Take over the village. Make sure, keep your eye on those elders. They seem shady. And then I walk back up onto the boat.
He just shakes his head as you go. The gangplank is pulled back onto the ship, and you guys weigh anchor and head north. Let's
You washing windows or?
Yes.
So the journey from northern Irkel to Siger Rejafyr is actually relatively short by comparison to your previous journeys. This should only take you
400 days.
Should only take you like 7.
Okay.
Ish.
All right.
Something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you guys make your way across this very narrow, well, comparatively narrow area of ocean, which the name I don't have at the moment. It's where the Chalcerad and the Minus Ocean meet. I don't remember what it's actually called. But anyway, something like that. Siger Rejafyr, which you guys have seen before as different characters.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody in this stream has ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Siger Rejafyr is the oldest city in the whole of Atlaran. Or at least it is the remains of the oldest city. Siger Rejafyr's history probably goes back around 5,000 years or just shy. The city has sort of grown and shrunk over time. And then with the calamity, about half of it was drowned underwater. Let's switch to the Amnobelyn map, shall we?
Oh, wow.
It's at the very bottom of the map. Which, P.S., this map is round, if nobody can tell. So north doesn't make a fuckload of sense on this map, because once you get to a certain point, north becomes south. But yes, Siger Rejafyr is a lot closer than it looks to the other continents. It's sitting on the edge of a fairly mild climate, still pretty cold. Think like Scotland-ish weather, like southern Scotland weather. And as you go further north, it quickly turns from Scotland to Iceland to Greenland. But as you guys make your way toward the city on your little itty-bitty ship, the crossing is pretty chill. This is a very heavily traveled route, so there's not a whole lot to attack you guys. In fact, you can kind of coast along in the wake of larger trading ships, as Siger Rejafyr is the only major trading port in all of Amnobelyn. And the first things that you guys see as you approach are the tops of drowned towers and buildings sticking out of the ocean, and the fields of bioluminescence and underwater light that shows where the underwater city is, where the Tritons and a number of underwater humanoids live. Since the calamity, the Triton populations in particular have absolutely exploded around the world, partially because they suddenly got a whole lot more habitat to live closer to other races of people. Siger Rejafyr itself, the bits of it that are still above water are very Nordic inspired and maybe like Northern Germanic. There's a lot of wooden architecture with stone foundations. There are a number of larger buildings that are made of overturned ships that were created who knows how long ago and have been kept up ever since. There is a Jarl's Hall in the middle of the city. Most of the rulers across Amnobelyn are considered Jarls, another word for a king, basically. But most of them are actually female. The Jarl of Siger Rejafyr, whose name I do not have handy at this very second, is one of the more, if not the most powerful Jarl in the entire continent. And she has a pretty iron grip on this entire peninsula. This whole area is considered her hold, simply known as Bjorning, or Bjorning Woods and the area around it. Let's see. Gosh, there's not a whole lot you guys would know about it because neither of you have ever been here as these characters. At least not that you can remember. Kit has probably passed through Siger Rejafyr before, so he's aware of the great library here. He's aware of the. He's probably aware of the sort of World's Fair thing that took place at the beginning of this year, with the crashing airship and all that fun shit.
Don't know who those assholes were.
Yeah.
No fucking idea.
Jerks.
And Siger Rejafyr is also considered the sort of... It's considered Amnobelyn's connection to the outside world. So in all of Amnobelyn, this is where you find all of the knowledge. This is where you find sort of the modern inventions. This is where you find the greatest minds on the continent. But it is still probably a few centuries behind Constanos, though it is starting to get things like steam-powered ships and other fun stuff that Jessa-san has invented. In fact, very recently, the first printing press was introduced to Siger Rejafyr, so that's going to be fun.
Well, and now it's got its first automatic writer.
That's not widespread here yet, but sure.
Silas is gonna seem like a crazy, like, future man or something.
They will literally
Crazy
just call
future
him a Constanian.
Wow.
That's what you call an
Constanian's a
up-to-date person.
crazy future man.
Yeah.
People.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, gosh, it's like a farmer meeting somebody from like central Tokyo. It's crazy. But yes, like I said, the architecture is very Norse and sort of Germanic inspired, and the streets are paved with stone and bricks, and it's generally a pretty clean but rough city, and is kind of, it's built out in rings that obviously the closer you get to the edge, the more the rings fall into the ocean. But there is a large, thriving port on either side. Each has its own use. And there are newer, like, post-calamity walls that now surround parts of the city, especially the center. So as you guys come and make port on the east side of the city, one of the first things you see, other than the underwater parts of the city, is a very not great looking wreck sitting in the water. A wrecked ship that appears to be fairly recent, but you have no idea what happened because it seems to have air balloons attached to it.
Oh no.
It is still smoldering.
Still?
Shit!
It's not the same ship.
Oh, okay.
Not that you guys would know. This is a fresh crash.
Okay.
But it did land in the water. And you can see people getting on and off the ship from an actual water sailing vessel, just like unloading stuff.
Oh, so it like just happened.
Yes.
Ugh.
I hate when that happens.
Jeez.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it was too serious. Just that they had to make an emergency water landing. But the wreck itself looks like it's probably going to sink within the next day or two, just like a slow leak. Yeah.
I'm glad we're not those guys.
Yeah, right? Fuck.
But as your ship hits the port, what would you guys like to do?
Well, we should probably find somewhere to stay. First off,
We should go find a tavern and speak to the quest giver at the tavern.
Yes.
The one with the little, the crystal over top of their head.
Yeah.
I would know that there's a cannery here, right?
The Hull-Drawn Company? Yes, they do have
yeah.
a very large base here.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, we should go find a tavern.
Yeah.
Like a place to stay, an inn, a hotel.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
Let's
pick
do
one,
that.
because they're all different.
Oh, that's true.
We should probably try and keep a low profile since we have you-know-who with us.
A motel.
Okay, I mean, we don't have to live in squalor.
A tavern is fine.
That's fine.
We need to find a budget host.
Yeah. A Best Western.
Oh my god. Those are so terrible.
I know, but they're not you're not gonna get syphilis from them or something.
Typically.
Yeah. Let's hope not.
Yeah.
But make your way off the ship.
Making my way.
Make my way off the ship.
Silas does stop you guys on the dock as your crew is unloading what little stuff you guys have. And he looks over the both of you and Bull and says, "Now, I don't know if you have thought about this, but we're going on what is potentially a many, many month-long journey toward Tull Dhunnost, as we can't safely sail there. What are we going to do with the ship?"
Ooh, that's
Sell it.
I mean, we could sell it. I mean, but it's an arbiter ship. I don't know.
What
how
if
much
we
we're really
hired a
going to be
crew
able
to make money for us while we were gone?
God damn it, that poster was right. Every campaign slowly makes their way toward entrepreneurship.
I mean, I already planned on doing that, but I gave it to the village.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could do that.
We could.
That way, when we get back, we can still have a ship and then also have some extra money.
We do have all these people that we just brought to Amnobelyn, and some of them may need a job. What do you think, Silas?
Yeah.
I asked you for a reason, because you're the player characters.
Right.
I like that idea, Kit.
To make money on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
All right,
Ooh,
well,
what if we started a trading hub between the village of Vulfira and here, and we could
That's
bring their
true.
products here, and then we
Yeah.
could help each other out. Silas,
Yes.
send a message. Take this down.
It's like 7 in the
Alright.
morning. We're already expending his 2 spells.
Indeed.
Tell Ren that we're going to set up a trade route between them and Siger Rejafyr, and they'll see a very familiar ship on the horizon in a few days.
Well, first of all, we're going to repaint and rename the ship.
Yes.
Oh
good
yes,
idea.
we should do that first.
Yes, I'll work that out.
Okay,
but,
thank you.
we need to pick a captain. We need to hire more crew because there's not enough. And well, we need to see who wants to go and who wants to stay.
That's gonna be a lot of money.
Should I stay or should I go now? Let's go to. Is there a sailor tavern around here full of seaworthy people?
This is Port City, I'm sure.
I think they're all sailor taverns.
Most of them. Except for the northern and central districts, those are all the rich people hang out.
Gotcha. Do they have like? Is there one close by, like the belated buoy or something?
The blue-footed booby.
The blue-footed booby.
Yes, that's the name.
Okay.
That's the name.
I say you can't use lusty armadillo now because
Yeah.
that's in my book. So
Yeah.
I mean, we
I'll
could go there,
use-
but
I'll just instead of the lusty armadillo, I'll just use like for like a really like modern and like up to snuff brothel. We'll just call it the consensual crocodile.
I like it. I like
I
it.
love it. Yes.
And
Anyway, yes, the blue-footed booby tavern, it's canon, is nearby. It has a picture of a bird with blue feet.
Wow,
Yep.
this place
That's
looks
what a booby
legit.
is.
I know.
Bird.
No, I know. It's like a fat seagull.
It's like a very large. It's like a cross between a fucking albatross and a seagull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Like, are you ever gonna come out?
let's go in there.
Okay.
Let's go see this blue
Now
booby.
let's just stand
The
outside.
booby of the sea.
The booby of the sea.
No, I'm not mature enough for this.
None of us are.
Oh no. Okay, let's go.
The
Into the
tin tinted titty.
Oh no. It's a cobalt cup.
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry, that's what bra sizes are, is cups.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
I know what bra sizes are. I wish they would make them make more sense, because like A, B, C, D doesn't make sense. But if they did like 1 cup,
No.
2 cup, 3 cup, 4 cup, which is the new Dr.
cup,
Seuss
2
book
cup.
that's coming
Yeah, 1
out.
cup,
Blue
2 cup, red cup, blue cup.
Yeah. But if they're like, this titty is 1 cup, this titty is 2 cups,
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
that'd be so
No,
easy to
because
measure.
like then you have like 2 cups in a bra, so maybe that might get confusing. I don't know.
No, it's
No, it's per
it's
boob.
per cup. Yeah, it's per boob.
Okay.
So, but then you have those other
Sure.
people who get up to like D's and G's and stuff, and you're like, that's
Yeah.
a 20 cup titty.
That's
like-
a gallon, Ted.
Yeah, that's a gallon.
But then you also measure around, so like you measure around your rib cage, and
Yeah.
that's a number.
Yeah.
Well,
So then you
yeah.
can't be like 222 or whatever. Well, that's really, really small. Holy shit. Can't be like 42.2 because that'd be
42
confusing.
cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh my god. That would
We
be
go
hilarious.
into
No,
the
the-
movie.
So, do you
No,
think it would be better to do it in imperial, so it's cups and gallons, or should we do it in metric, so it's like in liters?
It's in liters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in liters and meters.
In meters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, no, like the actual boobs are liters, and then the distance around the chest is in meters.
It's in centimeters. It shouldn't be
There
in
we go.
meters, but yeah.
Yes,
you don't know.
obviously.
Like
There might be
just
somebody out there who's
No.
47 liters and 2.5 meters.
The reason I say meters is because fucking it's the middle.
I know. I'm just saying when they do clothing in that
No, it's in
they always do it
kilometers.
in centimeters.
It's in
Even if it's
kilometers.
over 100.
I know a couple people who need a kilometer-sized bra,
That's upsetting.
and it's not because they're fat. They're just fucking big. Anyway.
Damn, titty.
And they're all lesbians. Anyway.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Yes. So.
We go into the booby.
We are in the booby.
We are inside of the booby.
This is the worst idea.
Sure enough for the ceiling.
Okay.
I've got.
Hello, everybody. I'm very
Hello.
tired.
Same.
I'm not. I have no excuse.
So, within the movie, it is a rustic.
It's a rustic titty. It's
a rustic movie.
it's all yellow pine and plaid and there's antlers.
Blue plaid.
Yeah, and the drink
Yep.
special for the day is chocolate milk.
Gaston decorates the place. It's all
Yeah,
antlers.
it's all
Oh,
antlers.
God.
I use antlers in all of my decorating.
decoration.
That was the gayest moment in that
Yeah,
entire
it is.
song. Especially because he does the kick. Ow, I just kicked my desk. Anyway,
Oh my god.
have I said I'm tired yet?
Yes.
It's not even 6 o'clock.
Nope.
Hello, everybody. So yes, inside the tavern, it is
seems
a rustic sort of classic wooden interior.
Oh.
Nothing too crazy special. Pretty crusty because
Oh.
Don't say that, Taylor. Don't say that
No.
because of sailors. You know what I was
Oh
gonna
no.
say.
Oh gross.
Like barnacles.
It's
and
crusty
stuff?
because it's full of semen.
That was what I was getting at. I wasn't gonna say it.
Oh no.
Is this entire thing just gonna be a bunch
We're
of
never gonna get out of this titty ever. Ever.
or the city?
Yep.
We have to get out of the city's titty.
But yeah, it's not the cleanest bar. Let's just put it that way.
Not the
Though it's
cleanest bar.
not like gross either. But you guys make your way inside. There are many sailors in there just drinking, enjoying shore leave, including some of your own crew who are currently winding down. What do you do?
So I wonder if they have a bathhouse in this city called the Booby Bath.
I wonder.
It's not here, obviously. This place crusty as shit.
There is a bathhouse in this city.
Is it the Booby Bath?
No.
Oh, okay.
Does everything have to have boobies in it?
It does now.
Okay.
What's it called? Walk up to the tavern owner.
You swagger up to the bar.
Thank you. I was looking for a different word than walk, and all I could think of was waltz, and I was like,
You're
nah,
right.
I don't. I don't waltz.
Swaggers.
Oh, hello,
Okay.
tavern owner.
Hello.
Of the booby.
Hello, Siger. Running the bar.
Careful.
What do you mean?
It's gonna be a lesbian. It's always a lesbian.
I was about to say it was a female dwarf.
You
You know what? Fuck it. It's female dwarf. She's got nice like mutton chops going and long braided auburn hair, all pulled back away from her face, and she's just running up and down the bar serving drinks. And as you step up, she keeps going, but she's got like her ear turned toward you, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm listening."
Yeah, we're looking for a place to stay for the night.
And as she comes back, she just slaps a ledger on the bar and continues on, and you see that it's open to a number of like rooms.
We're also
and there are keys tucked in between the pages.
We're also looking for sailors to hire.
That's not my job, darling. I'm sorry.
I didn't know if maybe you knew where we'd find some.
And she just sort of generally gestures to the entire bar. She says, I'm sure some of these nice men are looking for jobs.
Are they trustworthy?
They're sailors.
Is that a yes?
What do you think?
Okay, thank you. We will put our stuff down in this thing. You can go about your business.
You look like you understand. And she keeps on going about her business. But at that, with you guys broadcasting that you're looking for sailors, stepping up to the bar. What?
You asked for this.
I know. I was gonna look around first, but that's okay. That's okay.
Stepping up to the bar is a familiar Goliath.
It's Zinfandel.
It's Ziegler!
Oh, Ziegler. I have been drinking too much.
Tall, handsome, shaved head, full dark beard Goliath in a nice captain's jacket steps up to the bar and looks over at he'd probably look at Marin first and says, are you looking for a crew or are you looking for a ship?
Crew.
We
have the ship.
Yup.
Well, I'm out of work. What do you, what's the job?
Why are you out of work?
And he looks at Kit. Has he met you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has. Oh gosh. He stops and he's like, hi.
Hey.
Fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, super fancy. Can you remind me again why we lost you?
Because I wasn't willing to put my crew through whatever nonsense you guys were all into.
Oh, that's right, I remember. Yeah,
Wait,
okay.
so you all know each other here?
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately?
Well, that came out wrong. Not unfortunately, but unfortunately we had to part because I wasn't willing to take up their particular journey. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Captain Ziegler.
Yeah, that's who it is. This is Sylfie's almost boyfriend.
Yes. What?
I say that to Marin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Ziegler's like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Wait. What? She didn't mention...
there was nothing...
hold on. So this asshole turned her down, and she didn't stop talking about it for
you turned my
the rest
sister
of her
down?
life.
Why?
Literally.
What's wrong with you?
Listen.
What was... was she not good enough for you? Like, what?
That is not at all what the problem was. The problem was my entire crew was going to be in danger for helping her, and I chose them over her.
Well, okay. Kit, to be fair, you guys did get into a lot of trouble.
She never shut up about it, though. So obviously you got under
she
her
didn't
skin.
say anything to me. She didn't say anything
she talked
to
about
me.
you constantly.
What did she say?
That she was pissed that she didn't get to dump you first.
Oh.
I didn't hear about any of this. She's probably being prideful or something.
Well, it's not like I didn't want to take her on, take her to dinner or something, but...
Well, is there anybody else in this bar that looks like they're above level 1 or is wearing something fancy so they stick out, or is this my only choice?
Do you have a crew? Do you have a crew with you, or is it just you?
I do have 10 men who are still sticking with me.
Do you have any problems with developing a trade route with an Elusir village?
Why would I have a problem with that?
Just checking.
I turn to Silas. Is 10 going to be enough?
10 plus what we'll still have? Yes, that should be enough to operate the ship.
Perfect. What's your going rate?
Geez, all right.
I want Marin at my business meetings.
I don't deal with straightforward people very often.
Welcome to me.
The fuck was that?
I heard it too. I don't know what it
Dumb
was.
people in the hallway. What were we saying?
What's
your going rate?
Yeah, what's your going rate? Well, typical rate for wet behind the ears crew is like a gold per week per person. So I say 2 gold per week per person for my crew. We're pretty experienced.
I look at Kit. Are they really that experienced?
I mean...
We ran a charter company. We're pretty good at it.
We weren't with them for a super long time.
The only reason we're not still doing the chartering is, well, our ship got fucked up, so...
Oh.
By what?
Did you see the crashed airship?
Oh, that's...
It hit my ship.
Oh.
So...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thankfully, that had insurance, and Jessa-san is a wonderfully generous person, but I'm not going to have another ship for months.
Well, in the interim, you can use ours.
Well, hey, if this goes well, I'll be happy to lend my ship to your service as well.
We could expand our empire. Become the Vulfira trading company.
2 gold per week per person sounds fair.
Move your fucking family arguments out of the hallway. I don't need to hear your shit. Anyway, hello.
Yeah, so I think we can probably do that. It's going to be probably active to begin with because we're developing a new trade route.
All right.
Also, fair warning to stay armed because there is another trading company. Who's the cannery? What's their name again?
Huldron?
Heidelen Cannery. Yeah.
Huldron.
The Huldron. The Huldron Cannery is very not fond of Elusir.
I'm pretty well aware.
They've been causing problems in the past, so with just the village. So this could be more of a thorn in their side.
I know we didn't get to know each other very well, Kit, but I'm not just a Goliath. I'm part Geary, too. I know how much they suck.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, so, yeah, I think if we did that, we can... Silas, let Ren know on your message when you do that we... take this down. That we
He's
have...
becoming doty.
Yeah. That we have this asshole who's going to...
Excuse me?
Develop the trade route. Yeah? What's your name again? I'm sorry.
Ziegler.
Thank you.
Does he have a first name? He has a first name.
Sure
Clyde. I think so.
Clyde. Oh, I thought that's what you said. Clyde Ziegler. Zach Ziegler.
Zach.
It's got to be an alliteration.
Nope. Didn't ever give him a first name. We're gonna name him...
Dale.
Jim.
Bob.
Shut up. It needs to be a Goliath name.
Oh, Big Jim.
Bert.
No. We're gonna name him... Nope, he's gonna get called vegan if I name him that. We're gonna name him Morrigan Ziegler.
Morrigan?
Morrigan. Like Morrigan, but Morrigan.
Oh, Morrigan. Okay.
Morrigan. Okay.
Morrigan Ziegler. Anyway.
Well, Ziegler, It sounds like we have a deal.
It does. And then he like glances over your shoulder at Kit and he says, "Is Sylfie with you?"
Nope.
Yeah. Sai, do you want to just get our stuff and go upstairs?
Oh.
It's good to meet you. It's been
sorry.
a long journey. No, it's fine. It's just been a long trip, and I'm exhausted, so...
Absolutely. Understood.
And I'm just going to turn around and...
Sorry, I didn't know.
Go.
Yep, and Silas goes with you.
I'll stay there.
Ziegler stares at the floor for a minute.
It's
Anyway,
kind of
yeah.
recent, yeah. So sorry. So
I'll just bottle that up for later.
that's okay.
Alright.
So how many people will be between our crew and his crew, or do I only have to pay his crew, or I should probably pay both?
You should probably pay everybody.
Yeah.
Ziegler will let you know that generally the way that he has always run his charter company is to basically pay people each time they get to a shore. So they have spending money and then they have something to take with them across.
Mm-hmm.
So generally the way that works is when they deliver something, they get all the money from that, take the crew's cut out of it,
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't have to actually pay them directly. They get it from the trade.
Gotcha.
But that would mean Ziegler himself is in charge of like the money and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
assuming that you choose him to be captain.
I mean, I'm assuming. So I guess what I can pay you guys up front for the first week, or to get down there, or the first trip, or whatever.
That would
And
be
then-
good to have something to get us there.
Mhm.
We'll need to supply the ship. We'll need to make sure that everybody has rations, food, water, alcohol, some luxury items just to keep them happy. We'll want to make sure the ship is in proper shape for ideally a fairly quick-paced journey, considering we'll have a full crew.
It also needs to be repainted and renamed.
I can handle that. Overall, for all that, and to pick up trade goods and resupply when we get there, why don't we call it 200 gold for the first journey, and that should keep us going enough to pick up stuff, come back, sell that, and start paying ourselves from what we get, and then we'll save the profits for you guys.
Okay. Can do that. I will hand him the 200 gold.
Okay.
And I'll
He
be like,
takes
I
that.
need you to rename the ship Kit and Caboodle, if you would, for me, please.
Are you
It's
serious?
Kit. Yeah, it's Kit, Kitn apostrophe, and then Caboodle, Kaboodle.
That ship is gonna get attacked.
Why?
Kit and Caboodle?
Yeah. It's cute as hell.
Alright.
What would we prefer? Kit and Carnage? Would that be fine? With a K? Carnage with a K?
Oh, Kit and Caboodle's great.
Okay.
Captain Marigan Ziegler, captain of the Kit and Caboodle.
Kit in Caboodle. It's just it's just an N.
Yep.
We gotta save money on the type.
My last ship was named the Raven. She was beautiful.
Oh, I mean, we could name it the
Nope.
like this tavern. We could call it the Booby.
This tavern's also a joke. You know that, right?
Is it?
Yes. There's a brothel upstairs. That's why it's called the Blue-Footed Booby.
Oh, okay.
Double entendre.
I I could think up other names. But...
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just go slather that on the side of it.
Thank you.
Great.
And if I would prefer it if you didn't tell anybody before you did it, just do it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
He steps out with his crew.
Mm-hmm. Bye. Okay. And then...
So if one of you would like to take down that you now own a trade line with Vulfira and between Vulfira and Siger, currently run by the Kit and Caboodle, captained by Merrigan Ziegler.
Kit and Caboodle. Merrigan Ziegler.
And then Mark Vrosgard the... Nope, we're way ahead of that now.
Where are we? What's it called? Siger Rejafyr.
Siger Rejafyr.
Siger Rejafyr, yes.
Sorry, there's like so many names.
Is okay.
Oh, whoops. Boat. Captain.
And then mark that it starts on Soris the 7th. Soris.
Soris the 7th. Okay.
Which is nearing the end of fall and the beginning of winter.
Cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be
We're
cold
going
as
to the
fuck.
coldest place in the world.
Hopefully they're using
in
that
winter.
Second coldest place.
Well, yeah, besides Antarctica.
Frosthold. Yes.
Yeah. Basically
It's called
Antarctica.
Frosthold for a reason.
Antarctica.
Because it's full of frost giants.
Man, I'm so excited to be starting a D&D business.
Oh boy. That means I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of shit off screen. A
lot of math.
But that's okay. Lots of math, lots of random encounter rolling, lots of do they die.
That would be bad.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's okay. We'll do this like stocks. Like every time we get enough money to buy another boat, we buy another boat. Instead of, yeah. And then we just keep getting...
Second boat is free because insurance.
Boy.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is why I play D&D.
Hell yeah.
Making fake money.
This is like my favorite fucking stupid thing to do. I love this so much.
You know what? You can have that back.
I'm gonna.
Ben's thing is just making a business. My thing in video games is like hunting and traveling and finding hard to find shit.
I travel
Everybody
too.
has their thing.
Just like business.
Yeah.
So Ziegler heads off to start getting the Kit and Caboodle ready.
The crown ship of Moore's Rest, now called the Kit and Caboodle.
It was not the crown ship.
Mm.
It was kind of a small one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was specifically a slave.
We ditched the crown
Oh,
ship
yeah,
so
yeah.
that we
That's right.
could be more inconspicuous.
Inconspicuous.
Yes.
But upstairs, Marin and Silas, as you guys find your rooms, you guys have a room across the hall from Kit and Bull, who will be
Roommates.
they can be roommates if they want. I mean, you guys can decide how much money you want to spend on that. It is a silver per night per room.
Oh yeah.
So
I'll bunk up.
okay.
Good.
But yeah, you walk into your room with Silas, and he sets down everything, which is really just your bags of holding. And he turns slowly to look at you.
What?
Are you alright?
Fine. What would make you think I'm not?
That reaction.
Okay. It just gets a little old to have to placate everybody they say, oh, I'm so sorry, and then you have to say, no, it's fine, and then they feel all bad, and then you have to sit there and feel bad too, but then you kind of also have to make them feel better, and I just didn't want to have to do that.
You don't owe anyone that.
I know. It's fine. I'm doing fine.
Sure.
Yeah. So, we need to think about what we're doing here.
Yes.
Shit. I just had like a itinerary in my mind and now it's totally gone.
Silas will do that to you.
I know you said you wanted to go to the library here.
Yes.
So that's good. I need to talk to Kit because there's some stuff that I need to ask him to do. They also, when I talked to Rosen, she said that there might be some former walkers who live here. I don't know how we're going to be able to find them. I guess maybe Kit knows the Sentinels. So maybe we can talk to one of them.
Well, as I understand it, the Sentinels are based in Haven, but they do have a presence in usually the Jarl's Guard in most of the more major towns. So the center of the city seems to be where we need to go overall. It's also where the library is. It's where the Jarl's Hall is.
Okay.
Well,
that works. Yeah. Okay. How long do we want to stay here?
well, we don't have a time frame, so as long as we need to, but we shouldn't dally either.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
longer we stay in one place, the easier it is to find us.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. So, I don't have... You're the fucking king of the Arbiters, and we're in a big city now. We've kind of been able to sneak under the radar, but do you think
Oh
maybe...
yeah, someone is certainly going to recognize me.
Yeah, so maybe we should do something about that. I don't have any disguising things or anything
He
like that.
snaps his fingers and he looks like just a normal ass dude.
Oh. That's a fun trick.
Yep.
Okay, well, problem solved. There you go. What?
Oh, people knocking constantly.
Well, both of you were looking at me weird,
Oh,
so I was
no.
just like... what?
My neighbors across the hall only believe in owning one key between the 17 fucking people that live there, so everybody knocks.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's great.
That's probably not annoying at
Oh
all.
my god. And they don't have a bedtime either, so it's like 3 in the morning, 9 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Fun. But anyway.
But Silas lets Mask of Many Faces drop and shrugs and says, that should hold up against most people.
Okay.
But let's try to avoid trouble so no one looks any harder.
Yeah.
It may be prudent on our part to see if we can find some additional useful supplies. Ammunition in particular is going to be hard to come by.
Yeah. I got all those everything that merchant back in Vulfira has. But yeah, if we want to like super stock up, that's probably going to be the best option.
Well, if we're lucky, Ansem Molinarch will still be in town. But if Jessa San's around, she should be good enough for that use.
It'd be nice to see Molinarch anyway in person. I haven't gotten to thank him for the gift that he gave me, so...
Well, as long as Kit doesn't take up my other spell, I can message him and ask him if he or any of his associates are in town.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this about the time that I come upstairs?
Sure.
Like, Silas, I need you to take this down.
Oh my god.
What?
Marin holds back a laugh.
Oh, we've gotten the ship and everything is taken care of, so Ren can probably expect it within the next couple of weeks.
All right.
And it'll be captained by Ziegler. And tell them to look out for the kit and caboodle on the horizon.
Why did you have to make it something that was 3 words long?
Why is it the kit and caboodle?
What? We're starting a trading company.
It sounds silly.
It does.
But will you forget it?
Is that really the goal?
Branding.
I think the goal also is to not get, like, shot at by arbiters.
Nah, they won't know. I told them to repaint it. I already paid them for it. It's fine.
Yeah, I understand that, but they're going to want to go after you just because you got a stupid-ass name.
And then we'll get stickers for all of our goods and, like, Kit and Caboodle Trading Company.
All right. Well, this is your project, so have at it.
Mm-hmm.
I need to talk to you about business, not this business.
Oh, another business. Are we starting another business?
No.
Oh.
It's... Are we just talking out in the hallway, or...
No, you're in you and Silas's room.
I imagine I just opened the door and walked in, and I was like, Silas!
Okay.
Yeah.
I closed the door then. Yeah, I closed the door then, so that we're all 3 in the room. Walker business.
Okay.
So...
Texas Ranger.
Yes. Starring Supernatural's Jared Padalecki coming fall 2021, I think. I don't know.
Is it actually?
Yeah, they're rebooting Walker Texas Ranger with Jared Padalecki.
Oh my god.
So stupid.
Yes.
Anyway. Silas and I talked a little bit, and there might have to be some things that I don't know about going forward.
Okay.
Once we're out of here, just because we don't know who's listening all the time. So,
what kind of things should I not tell you?
That's a good question. I mean, so basically, what he can do is he can talk about things with you and then, like, put it into my head so that it won't be said out loud around me.
Oh, okay.
So, kind of like a covert type deal. So, like, you can talk about it with him, and then he'll probably tell me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just, I don't know, I guess specifics on like where we're going and who we're targeting and things like that.
How we plan to get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just letting you know. Also, Rosen brought up some things that I want to check up on, which we're already planning on, but she also said that maybe you'd be willing to teach me Thunar?
I could try.
Okay. Are you like fluent in it still and everything, or?
Yes. It's my first language.
Okay, well, I don't know. Like, just wondering.
I can speak the language of the old ones.
Okay. I don't know. She just thought that might be a good idea. And it could be another barrier that whoever is on the other side of my tether, they might not know Thunar. So
Okay.
that could be another thing that
Yeah.
we could use.
We can do that.
Yeah. Cool. I think right now we're planning on going into the center of town. Do you have any plans while we're here?
No, I already did everything I need to do. If we can, I'm going to try to be kind of hush about this, but if we can possibly find a time to set the cannery on fire.
Oh, dude, I'm so there.
That. Okay.
For real.
Awesome.
I'm sorry, somebody wants attention.
Aw.
Hi, bud.
Little Titan.
Yes.
So,
Did you have a good night?
yeah, we can do that.
Are you, how hush are you keeping that? Are you, like, trying to just say that to me, or are you trying to say that to Silas?
Oh,
too?
I imagine both of you hear me, but I just don't want anybody, like,
yeah.
outside the room to hear.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, no. Like, name a time, and, I mean, obviously the place is the cannery, but those guys seem like giant dicks, so let's do it.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we do now?
Go team, go. I guess go do our separate things for the day. Do you want to meet, like, so is this going to be like an evening type arson?
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna, okay, all right.
It's definitely a middle of the night type arson, late evening type arson. And
Great.
if you guys want to, I'll just tag along. I don't have anything else to do today.
Oh, okay. You can.
What are you
Okay.
doing? Sorry, he's putting his paws on me, like trying to get my attention.
Mm-hmm. Puck does that to me all the time.
Yeah. Eagle boy. Okay.
Is Silas cool with us wanting to set this place on fire, or?
I imagine he's staying quiet about it.
Okay.
Good luck trying to stop us.
All right. Well, let's go.
Okay.
Up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Where's the boy?
We should probably let Bull know where we're going.
Are you so happy now that he's up there?
Yes.
Kitty.
Oh, it didn't last long.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
There he goes.
Yeah, hi.
Yum, yum, yum.
Sorry.
You're
New
ridiculous.
cat. Who dis? Titan, that's my microphone, bud. That's also my camera. Okay. I'm gonna have a Jamie moment. Hi, bud.
Where he just
Yeah,
knocks your microphone off the table.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll move my journal.
He's just
You can
gonna
sit.
scream in your face.
He doesn't talk up close to me. You can sit right there. That's fine. No, Silas doesn't say much about the arson thing, but you said you wanted to talk to Bull?
Well, I just so he knows where we're going.
Oops.
What?
I just popped a key off my keyboard.
Oh no.
It's
Everything's
okay.
going wrong.
No, it's okay. I know how
We're
to
so
put it. I know how
We're
to put
so
it back.
focused.
We are. Oh, fuck.
I'm a handsome man.
No.
Yeah.
Nice buddy.
Oh,
Fixed it.
my heart. No. Okay. God, he's just so cute. All he wants is to be loved.
Aw.
Well, and to steal my quesadillas, but you know.
You know.
He stole your quesadilla?
He tried.
Wow.
I was eating at my desk before starting the Zoom meeting, and he was like right here, leaning as far as his limbs would let him, as I was just like eating off to the side. and then he actually got like a little tiny lick of the like super mild taco sauce, and he spent the next 5 minutes going,
Yeah.
like it was too spicy.
Mm-hmm.
What's he doing?
Okay.
Puck never tries to steal food from me.
Never gonna be able to focus again. I'm sorry. What is the thing that we need to do?
We're going toward the center of town to see if we can find sentinels and go to the library. And we're gonna just let Bull know that's where we're going. If he wants to come with, he can. But Kit's also coming with. Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. Which thing do you want to do first?
Well, I mean, can we do we can do two separate things. Like Silas
You guys.
wants to be all book nerdy. And I don't do that fancy book reading. I only got a intelligence of 10.
Marin only has an intelligence of 10?
Yeah.
Wow.
And a wisdom of 10.
Listen,
Wow.
that's average.
Yeah.
You're so dumb.
It's average.
No.
I grew up on the street. Of course I'm dumb.
I grew up in the middle of a desert, and my intelligence is 12, and my wisdom is 18.
I never went to school. Are you kidding?
I didn't go to school, technically.
They had school there.
Village school doesn't count.
It totally counts. Anyway. So, I mean, we could technically just let Silas go crazy in the library by himself.
That's true, that's true.
And then go visit the Sentinels, because I'm going to need you with the Sentinels because you kind of have an in with them.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do.
I don't.
Let me find
So.
her name again.
Who?
Alana.
Thank you, Alana.
Yeah.
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette. She's not
Alana-
here, though.
It's like
Oh, the
Alina,
Sentinel?
Elena,
Yeah.
Alana.
I don't fucking know. I'm only
She was
the DM.
back in... She was back in Airshome, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Alana.
Yeah.
Back when Sylfie was alive.
Tannerus Estate. So yeah, I can just bring up that name too.
Yeah. Lord Tannerus, yeah. Cool.
All right.
go.
Back when
To
we
the
were
lab
still
result.
in Pinto.
Library.
Alright. The library.
Is Bull coming along, or is he just chilling back?
Bull's coming along.
Okay.
Because Bull has actually been to this city before, many times, in fact, with the caravan, and he kind of leads the way for you guys. In fact,
Oh. There you go.
Sorry, he's staring at me. I can't focus. New cat, who dis? I already said that once.
Is it?
Okay. You make your way to the center of the city. The central sort of, I believe it's in the shape of an octagon, roughly. Not an equal, like, perfect octagon, but an octagonal sort of center-walled district contains a number of guild halls, the Jarl's Hall, the Grand Library, whose original name has just been lost to time, and a few of the upper sort of echelons of Siger Rejafyr. The library is potentially the most beautiful structure there. It is almost cathedral-like. It's about 6 stories tall, and has an 8-story tower on the back that almost looks like a bell tower, but is much too big to actually be used for that purpose. The entire exterior is covered in stained glass, depicting all kinds of stories from the history of Amnobelyn, everything from the crashing of the Monomarig to the sleep of the Malandrada to the Brotherhood of the Giri and the Dulmarig. The main doors, which they themselves are about 2 stories tall, are constantly open for people to go in and out freely. And the inner library is sorted into sections of not necessarily genre, but more sections of time. What are you doing? Okay. Let me rephrase. Half of the library is separated into sections of time, sort of historical tomes, journals, research, that sort of thing. And the other half is full of information that may or may not be true, depending on who you ask and whether or not it could be considered history or mythology. Every single bookshelf, the inner side facing the halls, has a huge mural painted onto them. Some of them, the more scientific tomes that don't necessarily have a place in time, have the animals that they discuss or groups of people that they discuss. Some of them, the more mythological, have the creatures in question or heroes. And those that have to do with different areas of time have the sort of marking the ends of eras showing on the ends of the bookcases. There's a werewolf on the end of one, there's a mermaid on the end of another, so on and so forth. In the very center is a large round desk at which 3 different librarians sit, facing 3 different directions. And everywhere in between the shelves, there are huge overstuffed pieces of furniture where a few people are in here reading or researching. And there is a fairly sizable staff for a library that simply walk through the shelves, just keeping an eye on everything. A little Cobalt Soul inspired. As you guys step in, one of the first things you'll actually notice, other than the librarian's desk, is that there is a gigantic crystal figure of a gigantic crystal sphere hanging over the actual librarian's desk, and it has crystalline flames coming off the top of it. It is representative, of course, of the Monomarig meteor. Kit would never have seen the Monomarig in person, but from artistic depictions of it, this is probably one of the more beautiful versions you've ever seen. The entire thing looks to be carved from a single gigantic crystal. But yes. What would you like to do?
We were kind of talking about just leaving Silas there and being like, have fun, and then
Nothing
us
you guys
going.
want to know about? Literally research anything in this life.
How to be the greatest druid of all time. Self-help section.
You could find books on the former elder druids of the Monomarig meteor, who are widely considered to be the best druids that there ever gosh darn were, including such illustrious names as Inaya Macambro, Kenna Macambro, Ingmira Macambro, and several others of that clan. But there are others outside of that clan as well. You could look up the Macambro clan, who are widely considered some of the greatest druids to ever exist and have their own culture. Hello, Titan. You could look up other shit.
I could look up cat pictures.
They do have cat pictures.
Meow, meow, meow.
I
don't have.
Yeah,
I
don't really have anything I really want to research so much. Ooh, could I try to research about the crystals to like find out how to destroy one?
You could try. Hello, Pucker.
Oh, he's so mad.
He looks so excited.
That's just his general disposition.
That is literally just what he looks like. No, I'm gonna call it good.
Yeah, because Silas is going in here to do Walker stuff, so I don't want to just overlap on his.
Well, if you help him, you have more
That's
chance
true.
to find something good. But it's up to you. I'm not going to make you do anything.
No, I'll do it.
The reason that I harp on the library is because my other campaign is full of people who constantly are like, is there a library in this town? And so I've made some gorgeous libraries for them. But yes.
No, I should, though, because we want to get as much information as possible, so. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll help him for a little while, but then if we don't find anything good, I'm going to be like, peace out. We'll just go to.
Okay. So since Silas is helping you, you can roll a history check with advantage.
Okay.
Have fun with that 0 mod for.
Oh, well, no,
intelligence.
I have Jack of all trades now for Bard, so I do have a +2.
Oh, okay.
It's not great, but. Oh, okay. I got an unnatural 20 with advantage.
Look at you.
Not so stupid after all.
Confirmed can read.
Man's not stupid. She's average.
Yeah, I know.
And even intelligence 8 can still read. It's 6 that you start to get into truly stupid grog territory.
Yeah.
Anyway, spending a little time with Silas, combing through both the mythology and the historical sections. What are you looking for specifically? Are you going for just Walker stuff? Or are you going for Heidelen stuff?
I mean, Heidelen stuff, probably, because they're the ones who kind of bastardized the whole thing and, like, used it to be assholes, so probably.
Having to sort of ask to be directed without giving away exactly what it is you're looking for. One of the places the librarians start you is actually a tome about the Berserker gift of Zerai, and grabbing a little bit of information out of there, which was essentially Zerai granted the greatest warriors, the greatest mortal warriors, who followed her tenets, the ability to turn into bears and werebears in the heat of battle. You do manage to sort of take that and run with it and go into what is considered sort of it's cheesy to say, but sort of like a forbidden magic section.
Yeah.
Do you have your cloak of invisibility?
The restricted section.
Where,
I don't think... Wait, I might have invisibility, but, I mean, it doesn't matter, but... Anyway, go ahead.
Fuck, I'm tired.
Same.
Whew, boy. It's just, like, hitting me like a fucking wall. And the coffee's not helping. You get led down a similar path to some of the stuff that Rosen told you, which was that a number of not so morally inclined people started taking gifts given by the Balin gods and twisting them for their own needs. In particular, the Berserker gift, not kiss, Berserker gift,
Kiss of the
was
Berserker.
twisted into lycanthropy over time in order to basically give these practitioners their own dangerous guardians and servants. There is some mention that vampirism was mixed with sort of the Berserker idea to create lycanthropy. but there's a little bit of argument on whether or not vampirism is a twist of the Berserker gift or something completely different. Eventually that leads into the Heidelen cult picking up this information and starting to twist it for themselves as well. Until eventually they removed the more dangerous parts of lycanthropy and managed to create what are simply called thralls, sort of taking again from the vampirism book more than the Berserker book, and basically creating people who would do their bidding willingly. And eventually they managed to boil that down into the Walker, which is someone who would do whatever they said without any kind of argument, but would never remember what they did, so the person could get away pretty much scot-free. The puppet master, that is. Let's see. There are a couple stories that you find recorded about walkers. One of them is actually a research journal left behind by a not famous but not unknown wizard, somebody known in particular for transmutation, where they actually had a walker in a cage and were studying them for a long period of time. The person had no idea why they were caged up. The wizard themselves only knew that they were a walker and were waiting for them to basically switch, or trying to find a way to force them to sort of switch on into sleeper mode, or sleeper agent mode. Said research project ended in a very grisly death of the walker and the eventual drinking to death of the wizard because of some of the things that he learned and saw. So that's happy. That's a happy story.
Yeah.
Another newer tome actually speaks of more recently created walkers and talks about how the Heidelen cult is using these sacrifices that they've been making prior to the sacrifice, using them for experiments, whether it be to turn them into walkers when they die, or be it to see if they can turn somebody into something greater than just a human, and then walkerify them. There's some talk of trying to walkerify vampires and lycanthropes. There's some about how it's more difficult to turn skilled magic users into walkers, but it's almost disturbingly easy to turn the more, let's say, mentally slower into walkers. It's much easier to trick them. It's much easier to get a hold of them. It's much easier to keep hold of them. Again, Marin is average. I can't stress that enough. 10 is average. It's normal. You may not be a PhD,
energy,
but you can certainly get a master's degree.
Wow.
Oh,
average.
Calling out the master's degree holders.
Well, a bachelor's degree isn't worth shit anymore.
Yeah, true.
So now master's degree is average. Anyway, I don't have either because I dropped out. Beyond that, probably with the unnatural 20, Marin would probably find a little bit about similar situation of a very well-learned magic user actually getting a hold of a walker and experimenting with them. Mm-hmm. This particular experiment mentions that they broke this walker out of Tull Dhunnost, out of an underground sort of lair.
Sorry, how recent was that?
This would probably be within the past decade.
Oh. Okay.
So pretty darn recent.
Yeah.
And it talked about how the wizard managed to figure out how to break the tether, but they couldn't just leave it broken. They had to move it. And so they moved it to themselves.
Oh.
So they suddenly ended up with a completely subservient slave, and you can imagine how that went. Not well. Not well.
So basically the wizard then took it from whoever had the tether and then put it on themselves so then they could control whoever was doing it.
Yeah, they became the puppet master. The wizard became the puppet master.
Yes, okay.
But that did involve actually killing the puppet and re-tethering them. There was no way to do it without them dying.
That's messy.
Yep.
Yay. Okay, well that was not helpful.
I think it was pretty helpful.
I mean, it's a lot of information, but a lot of it that I already knew, and a lot of it that isn't the answers I'm looking for, I guess.
Quit scaring my cat.
Also,
yeah,
I would like to see what I can see about Senna.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be fun. All right.
Oh god.
So I'm gonna hold on to your unnatural 20 unless you want to do a religion roll instead.
No.
Honestly,
I don't know how much I'm gonna get better than an unnatural 20.
In this case, religion and history go hand in hand. So
yeah, I'll keep the unnatural 20.
Senna, the former goddess of knowledge and mystery, commonly known in her more ghostly form as the Grey Lady, you find out a lot of the stuff that you already knew, which was that she was the wife of Talon. She had 3 children, 2 of them died, and the 3rd betrayed her and essentially caused her to fall as a goddess.
What was his name again? The child's name?
He was named after Talon, so it's something very similar. It's like, I think it's Taiylor?
Is he taller than Talon?
It's Thaler.
Okay.
He's actually named after a Witcher character.
He's much taller.
Oh, he's taller. Anyway.
I hate you both.
Just curious.
Oh, that's fine.
Just curious. Go on.
No, Talmer was his name.
Talmer, okay.
Yeah, so, Talon, his father, then killed Taiylor, in reaction.
A long time. Oh, in retaliation.
Yes. In retaliation, yes.
Yeah.
Talon himself is known as the god of justice, but in more recent centuries, he's become known as the god of revenge instead. And then his brother is Harkin, the god of law. So they're kind of a 1-2 punch on that front. Senna herself is generally revered, her old self is generally revered as this very compassionate, very maternal figure. In some ways considered the gentlest of the Balin gods next to Elen, who is her sister. But they represented different sides of the same coin, where Elen was sort of the... I don't want to compare her to like Aphrodite, but she's known as this goddess of love and found family and beauty, whereas Senna is more of the... while she's the goddess of knowledge, part of her domain is also loyalty and children and blood family. So again, different sides of the same coin. Let's let's see. Senna's siblings were Atlaran, goddess of nature, Ursan, god of death, Wallace, god of merchants and sailors, and of course Elen, goddess of beauty and love and all that fun shit. She was the second eldest, and I don't think any of this is particularly pertinent to any of your questions. So, moving on, the information that you get that's more recent is within the last 1,000 years, where it's only a very, very recent realization, like within the past 2 years, that Senna was Sanka. Or Sanka was a volatile, completely corrupted ghost of Senna. And now there is growing awareness that Senna is a ghost now of sorts. Because, when you pursue Heidelen staves for long enough, eventually the world will get to know your name. She is now revered again as the Grey Lady, and as this very unpredictable entity. There's no consensus on whether or not she's good or evil. There's no agreement on what exactly she wants. But you do see in a couple actual journals of people who have sort of researched her recent actions that the consistent thing that they keep hearing about her is that she always says she wants to go home.
Okay.
But her actions can come off as violent and uncaring of the world, but they don't know if that's necessarily because she's evil. Some sort of hypothesize that the reason she doesn't care about every living creature in every life is because she understands that collateral is unavoidable in her particular quest. And then others take a much more dim view of her, saying, no, she's become evil. She's still Sanka, and so on and so forth. Okay. You can believe who you want to.
Yeah.
What is Ben doing?
I don't know.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
I was power napping.
I kind of want to do that too, but I'm the DM.
Actually, I was massaging. I've been so tired that I've been scrunching my face up without thinking about it. So I was massaging my forehead on the desk to make it feel better. Which sounds silly, but it actually feels really good.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, I think that'll be all that I do.
Okay. I think the only things that Silas is going to be able to add to that from his own research is going to be sort of confirming what Rosen told you about the 9 locations of the 9 sacrifices, and a little bit more on the experiments that are done on these potential sacrifices.
Was one of them here? Was one of them in Siger, Rejafyr, or was it somewhere else?
The only ones that are absolutely confirmed as to not necessarily exactly where they are, but what city or what place they're near, is Tull Dhunnost has one. This is known, but until recently nobody knew where. Rhyme has one. Let me look at my map. Yes, Rhyme has one. Gyalar Wraith has one somewhere north of it. And then Andri and Zelvranik, there's some place near those that also have sacrifice locations, but they're not in the cities themselves. Nobody's been able to find them.
Okay.
Also, just for the fuck of it, make me a stealth check.
Uh-oh.
Just Marin?
Yeah, just Marin. Your kid's not
Natural
researching.
20 for 29.
Okay, never mind.
The book comes
Really good
alive.
at that. Yeah.
No. You do notice that as you're looking through this information, one of the librarians is like keeping an eye on you. This older Dulmarig woman with long dark hair pulled back in a tight bun. She's keeping an eye on you, sort of suspicious of the subjects you're looking up, but you get the idea that she doesn't suspect anything by the time you're done.
I'm just gonna give her the glare every once in a while, just like. Not really.
She's not like glaring at you, she's just very aware of what you're looking up.
I know. And I'm gonna give her the glare, like, mind your business.
Give her the glare.
She's a librarian. Her job is not to mind her business. What is Kit doing during this time?
Oh my god, drawing in the books, lighting things on fire.
You don't have to be at the library.
Probably neither of those things, to be honest. What would Kit be doing? No, I don't know. I probably was in the library. I'm just sure I'm like looking around and trying to find like looking at spell books and shit that I don't understand.
Exciting. All right.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. What would I do? I just imagine I'm mostly bored.
You don't have to be in the library. You could be doing something else.
Yeah, but what would I do?
I don't know. Anything.
See, that's the thing. I don't know what to do, so...
I noticed
stuff.
that Kit's bored, and I'm like, all right, we can go talk to the Sentinels. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get so caught up.
Oh, that was
but
horrible.
I wanted to help. Okay.
I never want to go through that again.
It was like an hour at most. So
It was
calm
7.
down. No, it was not.
7.
How long was it?
It was like an hour.
Yeah.
700 hours.
Okay.
My voice is wrecked.
R-E-K-T. Wrecked.
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 Get wrecked, scrub.
God, I'm so fucking tired.
Oh, I'm no scrub.
I'm gonna go over to Silas and be like, hey, I have to take Kit around the block to like stimulate his brain or whatever. So do you want to just come get you when we're done, or?
How old is he that he needs to be walked around like a toddler?
Suddenly
Good
from New
question.
Zealand, Silas?
What? No. I keep losing his fucking accent.
It's okay.
I'm tired.
Yeah, so I'll come get you when we're done. We'll have Bull stay here with you just so you have a little more backup.
Back up.
All right.
All right. Give him a little peck on the forehead. Love you.
You have to like pull him down to your level.
All right.
You too.
Okay. Let's
Get
go. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. That is where we're gonna stop for a break
Okay.
Oh, okay.
because caffeine.
Yeah, dear God, please, both of you.
I know. I'm so sorry.
It's
I am
okay.
too.
Ugh.
Being a new parent is hard.
I honestly, like, while I was laying my head on the desk, I literally felt myself, like, you know that feeling when that it feels like you fall when you're starting to sleep?
Mhm.
I, like, felt myself, like, basically, like, sink through the desk, and I was like, oh, no, don't. Come back. Don't do that.
Never would have gotten you back.
I know, I'd have just been sitting here, like, snoring on the desk.
I do that at work all the time.
Fall asleep on
Or
the
I'm
desk?
just like typing and I feel my head go and I'm like, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
I do that sometimes when I like haven't had enough sleep, but yeah.
Hey, my food's here.
Yeah.
All right, we going on break?
Perfect timing.
Good timing.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. See you guys in 10 minutes.
Well,
Hi, everybody. We're back. We
So
did it.
much energy.
So much energy.
Oh, Taiylor, you're still on mute.
You're muted, Taiylor. Look at my
how did that happen? Okay.
floppy silicone straw.
Oh. Is that supposed to be more environmentally friendly or no?
Yeah, I just put them in the
it's
dishwasher.
silicone.
Oh, they're reusable. Okay.
Yeah, I bought them. So they're a rainbow set that comes. They comes as a rainbow set, which is cool. But they're like wide mouth straws, and they come with a little brush if you want to scrub them. But honestly, like after I get done using one, I just rinse it out real quick and then put it through the dishwasher. They're fine. They're like perfectly clean every time.
I have bubble tea straws that have that.
That's how wide they are. Yeah. Oh, so I found stuff on Amazon to like the little tapioca balls to make bubble tea, and I keep forgetting to order
I've sent
them.
them to you before.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to order them.
I have like 5 packages in my pantry.
Can I have one?
Sure.
When I see you tomorrow, I will bring you $3. So I know they're super cheap.
They are. Yeah, I've got all the stuff here to make, but why the fuck didn't I make myself some bubble tea?
Why didn't you make bubble tea?
Oh, because I don't have any tea ready. Yeah.
What?
What was that?
Sorry, there was a dust speck that came toward me, and I was shooing it away. No, I wasn't being like, blah.
Yeah, it looked like
tea.
something smelled, and I was like, what's wrong?
No.
All right. So.
All right.
All right.
We're taking a walk.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, I said walk, but we're gonna go to the Sentinel's place. So.
Okay. So across from the library. Fuck, I'm still tired. Across from the library is the Jarl's Hall, which. Imagine Dragon's Reach, but not as crazy.
Sorry,
all I heard was Imagine Dragons, and I was like, what? I was very
it's
concerned.
radioactive? It's...
No.
What?
No.
Are they the thunder before the lightning?
Are they the warriors of... I don't know the words to that song. But...
Anyway, yeah, an understated version of Dragon's Reach. Not
Dragon's
quite as many
Reach.
twists and turns and floors. But the main structure is a stone hall with a wooden roof, with sort of a golden color to it. And then it has 2 large bastions on either side, which are in turn flanked by taller towers on the outside edges. And then there are 2 towers toward the front as well that serve as little sort of watch posts. The Jarl's Hall is also open to the public, or at least the main hall portion of it is. So you guys can really just walk right on in there. The Jarl's Guardians, they're pretty easily recognizable by their specific chainmail and fur armor combination, and of course the large round shields that they all carry and the axes. They just watch you guys pass by. Don't even look at you guys twice. In fact, Kit is starting to blend in much better than before, because he's Monomar, and therefore he blends in with fellow Monomar and Dulmareg. This city has a mix of pretty much everybody, so you guys don't really stand out.
Nice.
Cool.
So.
I killed a Jarl.
What?
Just
Probably
kidding.
a bad idea.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I mean, you can't just walk up to the Jarl, generally speaking. But make your way into the hall. It's treated as a general meeting place. There are desks set up where there's like secretaries meeting people, setting up like appointments and shit, taking on grievances and so on and so forth. People doing
Customer service job.
People doing the customer service job for the Jarl, yes.
Those poor people.
Indeed. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but we don't have that in a medium.
If you're going to continue to talk to me this way, I'm going to have to disconnect the call.
Yeah, they got rid of that in my department.
Did they?
Yeah. Just like they do in all the other ones.
I don't know. Ours was pretty good about that, but I also haven't worked there in like 2 years.
We got the memo on Monday. They're like, you can't disconnect people anymore. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So, is there someone we're talking to here about the Sentinels?
I don't know any of the Sentinels, Kit.
I don't know anybody here.
You have to... You know someone. Can't you drop some names? Can't you...
Drop some names, drop some beats.
Sure. If you think that'll help, yeah.
I guess I can go up to one of the secretaries.
Okay. You make your way up to the desk of a middle-ish aged gnome woman, sitting at a larger chair to get her up to the desk surface. She's currently sorting through a few papers as you approach, and she glances up over half-moon spectacles at you. Says, "Yes, dear, how can I help you?"
I need to speak to a sentinel.
And who are you?
My name is Kit. Just
She
Kit.
writes your name down.
Okay.
Just Kit.
Yeah. And I am in touch with Tanris, Lord Tanris, and Elena.
And she kind of looks at you over the top of the rims, like she's suspicious and a little bit surprised to hear those names. And she says, "And you're not a sentinel?"
No, but I have some information they might want.
Interesting. And she writes all that down. She says, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I think I'll run this to them right away. And she hops down from her chair
Thank you.
and takes off.
You're the best. Happy customer service week. Did they get you a t-shirt? Maybe some hand sanitizer?
Yeah, but it won't be here for like a month.
No.
Oh, mine already came.
Oh, mine's here, but when they announced it...
Oh, yeah.
I
gave my
didn't get
t-shirt to the
anything.
cat.
I didn't get anything.
Oh. Sorry you're not in
Well,
service.
Sucks to be you.
I assume
You
You're not
could've
part
got-
of the dream team.
Yeah, you could have got a branded shirt, a branded mouse pad, a branded mask, and a branded hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
So that way you can be a walking billboard and not get paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I never wear anything they give me outside of home.
Mhm.
I don't either.
That's why I
Nothing's
gave it to the
at
cat.
The office.
Well, the shirt's actually really nice.
Yeah, they're very soft.
But yeah, I won't wear it outside of home because I'm not getting paid for that.
Yeah.
So, while not Sylfie, while not Sylfie and I are having a conversation about...
It's been like a month.
It doesn't matter. We're having a conversation about, advertising and why you shouldn't trick people into doing free advertising for you.
Sure. Yep.
After probably 10
We're discussing
15
t-shirt
minutes,
designs for Kit and Caboodle.
After about 10 to 15 minutes, the door that the gnome woman disappeared through reopens, and she makes her way back through, followed by a tall, not unhandsome human man. He's a little pale, a little thin,
Oh,
but...
that's right up Alicia's alley.
Yeah, I was about to say you just described Silent.
Does he seem a little
Silas
traumatized?
is fucking hot.
Yeah, he is.
This guy is like... He's not bad looking. He's just kind of homely.
Does he look sad?
He's plain. He's very plain. But
I'm trying to set Alicia up here.
he has a short, sort of scruffy brown beard, no mustache to it, and he's got a little bit of a receding hairline, short hair. But he makes his way out and looks over the. Is it just the two of you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we left
Okay.
Bull with Silas.
He looks over the two of you, focuses on Kit, and says, how can I help you?
Hi. Yeah, we're here to talk to somebody about the Sentinels. Deliver some information, I suppose.
And get some information.
And get some information. Yeah, we got,
He's hooked up.
tit for tat.
And he looks at the gnome woman, and she says, apparently they know Lord Tanris and Miss Alana. And he nods, sighs, and says, all right, follow me.
Okay.
Follow him.
And he takes you guys back to a somewhat narrow hallway and then to a small office. And you would probably hear, as you're going through this hall to this office,
Oh no.
you hear some shouting at the other end. Two people just really getting into it.
Oh.
Sounds like probably an older man and maybe like a middle-aged woman. Just by the sheer quality of their voices.
Can I catch anything as they go by?
They're not being quiet about it at all. Make me a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
Either or both.
Oh, I'll make it too.
That was a 19.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. Marin, you managed to make out essentially that the male voice is... fuck it, I'll just tell you, because unnatural 20. Managed to make out that the male voice is essentially saying, like, I don't give a shit about your order, my husband is missing. And the woman in turn replying, we will help you find your husband if you will fucking fulfill our order, but we can't do anything without it.
I know.
But,
Oh.
I am gonna stop, and I'm gonna go into the room.
Into the room that they're arguing in?
Yep.
Okay. You make your way to the end of the hall where a larger office is, and it looks like it's fairly important because it has double doors and it's a larger room. But as you approach it, you can hear them continually arguing. You hear the name Ithane mentioned. And as you step up, you see the doors are slightly cracked. And inside, you can see from the back another tall, thin man. This one was sort of wavy, graying, auburn brown hair. Seems to have a beard. Very, very well dressed in Constantinian fashion. And he's... On one hand, he's wearing just a simple glove. On the other, you can see that there's all these, like, little connections between the top of his hand and going under his sleeve. Almost like there's something added onto his hand. It would be on his right hand. But you just see the back of him. And across from him, you can see this middle-aged woman, maybe like mid-40s to early 50s, graying red auburn hair, not like his, deeper shade, braided and all sort of pushed to one side, very Viking-esque, like very Lagertha-esque. And she's wearing this fine northern style, like furs over a little bit of more decorative chainmail, and then just a nice outfit under that, trousers, tall boots, that sort of thing. And just looking at her, you realize this is the Jarl. Just she has all the accoutrement of her station, and whoever this guy is, he has supremely pissed her off. But make me a stealth check to see if they notice.
Shit. I didn't think it was the Jarl. That is a 26.
26. Okay. All right. They don't notice you yet.
Can I tell? I think I know who the guy is.
I'm pretty sure you've guessed.
Okay. Yeah. I don't have to make any rolls for it or anything.
Well, you don't have to if you think you know who it is.
I love how you give Alicia confidence and then immediately rip it away.
Take it away? Yeah. That's why I'm always like, but then I'm gonna fuck it up.
Well, rolls are not for assumptions. Rolls are for facts.
Yeah.
If you assume you know who it is, you don't have to roll. I'm just fairly certain you've also guessed who it is.
Yeah. I guess then I'll clear my throat and be like, excuse me.
Silence immediately.
Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. Are you Mr. Molinarch?
The man who turns as you clear your throat, I don't think you've ever met Molinarch in person. So you see this handsome, sort of squared jaw, a little bit of a beard coming in, like he hasn't shaved in quite a while. Otherwise, very well put together. Also sort of the half moon glasses, just simple wire rims. But you do see this was mildly inspired by Percy. Over one of the lenses, you do see he has the extra lenses on the outside, like the magnification lenses. He has multiple, but just on one side. And as he turns to face you, you get a better look at this weird hand of his that has, you realize it's not a hand, it's a machine. You see that instead of like a glove covering fingers, you see all the joints and metal all interconnected, and wires and little connections that go through like tendons and then disappear up into his sleeve. But you also see a similar design to his right leg, so on the same side. Not quite as detailed, but definitely a very well-made prosthetic leg, and he is leaning on a cane at the moment, not sitting down. Whereas the Jarl, sitting across from him, she is at the moment sitting down, and you can actually see just under the desk, you can see she has a similar leg to him. It looks like these may be of his design, both of them. And as he turns to face you, he sort of looks you up and down. He doesn't recognize you, and he says, "Who is asking?"
Sorry, we haven't officially met. My name is Marin Veneer.
Miss...
Yeah, that's...
and he turns to the Jarl. He says, "We will pick this up later, ma'am." And he turns toward you, and the Jarl just shakes her head as she watches him walk out. He shuts the doors behind him, takes a deep breath to calm himself, and turns to you and bows his head. He says, "Miss Veneer,
yeah,
it is wonderful to make your acquaintance."
You as well. Sorry, I didn't mean to break up such a tense situation, but...
I'm glad you did. She's no help whatsoever.
She seems like a piece of work.
She's a friend. Just a very useless one.
I imagine I've wandered over by this point, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yes.
What are you doing?
So Kit, you see what is the epitome of just Constanian noble in front of you, just like the epitome of Skull. He's very well dressed. He has all the contraptions on him. You can see he has like a pocket watch, which is a major luxury. He just screams modern world, basically. You guys do both see on either hip he has an empty holster for a pistol, and across his back he has an empty holster for what appears to have been a rifle, but none of his weapons are on him at the moment. But he looks at Marin and says, I'm a bit busy at the moment with some personal business, but what can I do for you?
Oh, well, Kit, sorry, I should probably introduce you. This is Anson Molinarch, gunsmith. Yeah, I really just wanted to say thank you for the gift you gave me a while ago.
The Overwatch, correct?
Yeah. It's coming quite handy. Getting over here, for one thing, from Moore's Rest.
Well, it's one of the better models that I make. I usually carry one myself. I'm glad it served you well. You certainly deserve it.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
You do. Don't kid yourself.
That was mainly why. I don't... From the sounds of that conversation, I understand that there's probably a lot bigger things going on in your life. I don't know how long you're going to be in town. Maybe if my husband and I could pay you a visit sometime. We're going on a long trip and wondered if we could get some supplies, I guess.
I assume you mean ammunition and the like?
If you have them. Yeah.
I'm sure I can source something for you. Jessa San's in town. She'll have plenty of materials that I can use.
Yeah.
Where are you headed, if I might ask?
We're headed to the west. Near Tull Dhunnost. Around there.
Why in the world are you headed there?
We just got married, and we are looking for a luxurious honeymoon location.
You are on the wrong continent.
I know. I'm aware.
Her husband's a very rustic kind of guy.
Marin, make a deception check.
I don't give her advantage.
Good lie.
No.
Oh, he's rustic. He's a lumberjack.
Yeah, did he know that I was with Silas?
He knew that you were working with him.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't know the relationship.
Okay. I got a 16.
Okay. He gives you a look like he doesn't believe you. And he says, "It happens I'm headed that way as well."
Oh.
Okay.
Would you like to join our quest? For the perfect rustic cabin.
I'm not sure I want to tag along for a honeymoon.
Okay, it's not alright.
I know.
Maybe we should... Okay. I have a... Let's call it an illness. And I'm looking for a cure of sorts.
Ow.
You wouldn't happen to be headed that way because of a recent flood, would you?
Partially.
And perhaps a certain cistern?
Actually, yes. How
That's
do
why
you...
I'm going to.
Is your husband isn't caught up in the...
Molly is caught up in everything. No, wait, he doesn't call him Molly, he calls him Ithane. Sorry, everybody else calls him Molly.
Okay.
Not Mollymawk, but Molinarch.
Yeah.
They call him Molly for short. Ithane gets caught up in everything, and unfortunately this time he can't get himself uncaught, so I have to do it for him.
Well, it sounds like we might have some similar goals then.
Are you caught up in that web as well? Or someone you know?
Against my own volition.
So is he. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Until then, is there any business you need to finish here?
Yeah, we were going to speak with the Sentinels about that issue.
Good luck. And he walks down the hallway.
I like him. I hope he joins us. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So you return down to the end of the hall where the sentinel is awaiting you, having seen all of this. And he says, do you still need help, or...
Do we still need help?
You're the one who wanted to come here. Do we need help?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
All right.
Okay. Are we in an office?
Yes, he
now?
does have an office that he'll take you into.
Okay. Door closed.
Yes.
We want to know if there's any former walkers that we can talk to.
Dear God.
Yeah. Cutting right to the chase.
Well, I don't know of any that would actually be of help to you on that subject. Most of them don't have any memories of any of that. The probably best you'd find would be in Haven or toward Rejafyr at Pilgrim's Pass.
There's nobody in Rejafyr who might be able to help?
Again, not anyone that I think would remember anything.
I have somebody who might be able to help in that regard.
Well, you'd have to ask the Jarl. But
Oh.
her son was briefly a walker.
How? What is his name?
Fuck, you had to ask.
Greg.
Greg. Tom.
It's a good one. Colin.
His name is Asgeir.
Aslan.
Yes, Aslan. Asgeir. Okay. Is he like... How old is he? Is he like... You know, just... Getting some more
He's
information.
15. He's the Jarl's youngest. Just came of age.
Okay.
Baby.
Okay, so we have to ask her permission, even though he is an adult.
He is, but she's very protective of him. The Jarl's lost too much to be flippant with her kin.
Okay. Well. Alright. I guess I should talk to my person who might be able to help with memories and see if that might actually be something he can do. But... okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Alright. I'm still not sure of you two.
I'm gonna I'm gonna pull out 5 gold. I'm gonna put it on his desk and I'm gonna be like, how sure are you now?
Less.
Oh, great. Well, it was worth a shot.
I'm a sentinel. I'm not...
Do you know Lord Tanris?
He's friends with him.
The reason I'm telling you two anything is because you even knew you knew Alana's name.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't.
Yeah, we've talked to her a couple of times.
Can we... looking at Kit, can we trust this guy? Can I spill the beans?
I don't know if they really need to know.
Okay. I take my 5 gold back. I'm like, well... I'm not sure of you either.
You shouldn't be. It's good to be untrustworthy in this day.
Well, good. Because I mean, wait. I think we're gonna go.
Alright. Should I pass along anything to Lord Tanris?
Let them know. Nah, they would already know that. Do you have any updates from Kenna McAmbro about the status of the Heidelen staves?
Well, I mean, she doesn't update me directly, but the last I heard from Haven and the headquarters there is that she currently has control of the Voxtide, the life staff. She has, she's destroyed the Sephenhide, or someone has. And what was the staff you guys gave her?
The Gaithahide.
The Gaithahide. She currently has possession of the Gaithahide as well inside the Monomarig. But the Monomarig's protective barrier is still down from the destruction of the Sephenhide. So it's not exactly safe at the moment. She's working on rebuilding it.
I don't know if I should tell him or not. Tell them to pass on to Kenna that the Ordenhide has been taken from the Heidelen cult.
By who?
She's gonna have to come see me for that information. Actually, she'll probably find out soon, but the Heidelen cult is no longer in possession of the Ordenhide.
So then that means they only have one now.
What one?
The Ordenhide's twin, the Galahide.
The Dark Staff.
Yes. They were thankfully safe to have in one place. They cancel each other out. But it's better that they just have one or less.
Do we know where it is?
We assume that it's somewhere within the Jotun Circle. They seem to have a base somewhere in the Arctic, but we don't know where specifically.
Good to know.
Yep, good to know.
Surely among one of the rivers, but nobody wants to go exploring the rivers in the middle of winter in the Arctic, so...
Cool. Well, if you could just give them an update about that, it's
I can do that.
yeah.
If I might ask, where are you folks headed? You said to that other gentleman there, Tull Dhunnost?
Yep, tentatively.
And how do you plan to make your way there?
By air and on foot.
Yes.
What I mean is, do you intend to go the Yanamir route or the Haven route?
Whoa,
I haven't decided that yet.
I don't think we have. Haven is all the way up north, though.
Haven is the North Pole.
Yeah.
A number of people, wherever they're going in Amnobelyn, sometimes it's easier to pass the North Pole to get there. Other folks take the foothills and mountain cliffs along the edges of the oceans. One will take you to Hjolmenir and then to Tull Dhunnost. The other will take you up through Erskar, Rejafyr to Haven, and then out through the Gjallar Woods. At least by passing through the Hjolmenir route, you're less likely to run into the Skinwalkers.
I think we need to have a discussion about that with everybody.
Yeah, we probably will.
Well, whichever way you choose, dress warm, and if you do choose the route outside the Leonfjalls, just be prepared for some strange things. The Arctic might be colder, but it's less populated.
True. Okay. Well, thank you for your help.
Sure.
Kit,
Mm-hmm.
shall we?
We shall indeed.
All right.
All right. Y'all
Check
head
you
out.
later. Yeah.
Make your way out of the Jarl's Hall. The I know there's a name for it. I don't know what the name is, but who cares? The Keep? Yeah, I think it's called the Keep.
I'm pretty sure.
When you get to the entrance, Ansem Molinarch is standing just outside. He has been given his weapons back. And you actually see him leaning against a wooden pillar currently. You know that thing that gunslingers do where they pull, spin, holster, and they keep practicing their quick draw? That's kind of what he's doing absently, and he is intensely fast. And it's making a few people nervous, but nobody's going to tell him to stop because he's Ansem Molinarch.
You're gonna have to teach me how to do that.
And he glances over and he says, "It takes a lot of practice to not shoot yourself in the foot."
Is that what happened to your leg?
No,
Oh.
that was bitten off.
Ooh. Unpleasant.
Yeah. Sorry, you weren't waiting for us, were you? Or just
I assumed I made it clear that I was going to.
Oh,
You sure did.
right. I picked up on that. Yeah, we were just going to go meet up with the rest of our party.
Where are you all staying?
At the blue-footed booby?
Yeah.
Allow me to offer my summer home.
Oh.
Oh.
Why do you have a summer home in the Arctic Circle? Never mind, that actually makes perfect sense. Okay.
And just to note, Siger Rejafyr is not in the Arctic Circle.
I know, but it's close.
Yeah, it's nice and cool during the summer, but not cold.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Well, go get your things and come to the north end of the city. Off the main road and to the west a bit, there's a bit of a large cul-de-sac area where there are a few estate homes.
Oh, God.
Mine is the sort of tall, thin one with a number of towers. The other one with a number of towers.
Jesus,
You'll
he lives
know
in
it
an
when
HOA.
you see it.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
probably.
He lives in an HOA,
An HOA?
a housing
Homeowners
association.
No.
He lives in like a gated community where they like police how tall your grass is.
Yeah.
No, because if anybody tried to do that, he would shoot them.
Well, fair.
Yeah.
He's rich enough that the HOA has no effect on him.
Oh, he is the
no
HOA.
rules.
There's like HOA rich, and there's fuck you, I am the HOA rich. But yeah, he says you'll know it when you see it. But
Right.
come join me for dinner.
Sounds wonderful. We will.
And he turns and heads off a ways, and you see next to the Jarl's Hall there is a very large stable, like fucking Hall of Meduseld stable. And one of the people working there brings out this beautiful horse to him, and he climbs on and rides off. What do y'all do?
Guess we gotta go pick up Silas and Bull and get our shit
From the booby.
from the movie.
So as you guys are making your way back toward the blue-footed booby, you get to the other side of this central district, and you see that a bit of a crowd has formed.
Oh, no.
And in the center of it, you see Bull currently knocking about half the teeth out of 3 people. And Silas is off to the side, leaning on the side of a building, holding a bruised jaw.
What the fuck happened?
Wow.
I
There's
run
a
over to
crowd
Silas.
gathered around, just like taking bets, most of them on Bull.
I run
and
over
then-
to Silas. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck happened? I left you alone for like an hour.
Yeah, and he's just holding his jaw, and he's like, someone recognized me.
I run into the center and I cast Flaming Sphere and I like hold it up and I'm like, back the fuck off.
As you run in, Bull like sends a guy flying with just a fucking haymaker, and as you summon the flaming sphere, the few people that are actually putting up a fight stop, and all of them just have their eyes on Silas.
Who was it? Who, like, just all of them? I ask Silas, like, those guys? Like, all 3 of them?
I don't know. Just they're together.
I run up to all 3 of them, and I'm pulling Ace of Spades out. I'm like,
Oh
listen,
shit!
everyone's gonna walk away.
Are you doing it sideways?
Yeah. Listen up, motherfucker.
That's weird to do with the fucking.
You know I'm
rolling
serious
wheel
because it's
lock.
sideways.
Yeah.
with a A revolver that you can, like, spin the barrel with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna walk away. Right now.
One quick thing is you see that all three of these men currently facing off against Bull, all of them have uniforms. Marking them as part of a fairly elite guard force.
Never mind. I'm not going to be that intense.
Okay.
I'm still going to take out the gun, but I'm going to be a little more cautious.
I'm still holding the flaming sphere.
And one of them, this taller, probably in her 40s woman, very short, shorn hair in this green and black uniform, steps up, and you can see she has a rapier drawn. And while she does have this sort of chainmail and fur and green and black uniform, she does also have a warden's tabard. In Amnobelyn, they are gray? No, they're silver. And she steps up and says, "Ma'am, I don't think you know who that is. We are taking him into custody."
I don't think you know...
I don't think you know. Oh, I love
most intimidating thing ever.
Sylfie was the smooth talker. Definitely not. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
Rewind.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on her. It's a Wisdom save.
I'm just looking up the details.
Okay.
Uh, 12.
That is a fail.
Okay.
All
It'll
right.
last for an hour, and once it's over, she'll know what you did.
Great. Yeah.
So as you cast it, her shoulders relax.
Yeah, you know what? I did know, and we're just going to take him away, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Okay. She stands up straight, smiles. You see a couple teeth missing.
Oh.
She says, "Oh, well, in that case," and you see the two men with her like, "Captain, what the fuck?" And she's like, no, she's got it handled. She knows. And she sheathes her sword and turns and walks away. And the two guys are like, "What? Captain?" And they run after her. And the crowd begins to disperse, very disappointed.
I drop the flaming sphere.
I run back over to Silas. All right. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him. I gotta roll. Do a roll. That is 7 points of healing.
Okay.
Or no. 6.
Okay.
I lied.
6
Don't
points of
drown
healing
yourself.
damage.
Yep.
As you cast that on him and like take hold of his arm, he actually grabs your arm and just like pulls you into the alleyway with him. And as you go out of sight of the crowd, he casts his hand over his face, and it just changes into, he's probably going to change it into a woman just to be less conspicuous. So you're now walking with a hot, tall redhead.
You guys are both redheads now.
Yeah.
Who looks similar enough to you that someone could say, maybe that's her sister, and then maybe it's her wife. Who knows?
Right.
But yeah, you guys basically round the building and come back out so nobody recognizes him.
Okay.
And he just sort of nudges you toward Kit and Bull and is like, get them, I'll meet you back at the tavern.
Does his voice say the same?
He probably tries to speak a little higher, but he's no Ford.
Yeah. When you get to the tavern, get all of our stuff and meet us outside.
Can do.
Okay.
I
And
grab
you see
Bull.
him walk away, just fixing his jaw.
I'm like,
Did I
Bull,
give him the healing?
You did. You did.
Oh, he's still hurt. Okay.
I asked Bull, I'm like, Bull, are you hurt?
Not much to be worried about.
Do you want me to help you, or do you want to do it the
Sure.
old-fashioned way? Oh, okay. I will cast Cure Wounds at level 1 on him. And so that's 11 points of healing damage.
Healing damage. Okay. Yeah, you see a couple bruises and like a split lip go away. He's like, okay.
We need to go get our stuff, and we need to GTFO.
Yeah, I
Alright.
figure I'll pull up at this point and be like, okay, yeah, let's go. All of us.
What's going on?
We're
Got a new place to stay.
Yep. And
okay.
yeah.
You
Let's go.
can tell me on the way, I guess. And he
Yep.
just follows. He just follows. I got stuck.
Just follows.
He just follows you back to the blue-footed booby. God, that sounds amazing, Kiwi.
It does.
The blue-footed booby. But yeah, you guys pick up your stuff, and for the sake of brevity, you race your way back across the city, avoiding the main streets just in case. Silas remains hot redhead wife/sister.
Hun, you're gonna have to do. I assume that I told him that I met Molinarch and we're gonna go stay with him and everything like that. I told Molinarch that I had a husband, so it probably should do a dude. I'm sorry. You're very pretty. You're
But
gorgeous.
I'm friends with him. Shouldn't he know it's me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know. I'm freaked out now. I don't know who knows what and
Let's just say beyond closed doors, I'm not Silas Moore.
Okay.
Who
All
are you?
right.
You're not Silas Moore anyway. You're-
Yes, obviously, but to other people.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Shut up.
You sh-
It's Veneer now. And he follows along with you. You make your way to the north end of the city and off to the west of the main road. It's pretty easy to see from a long ways away. It's less of a cul-de-sac and more of a like half-mile wide roundabout.
Oh.
It's big. Surrounded by 5 sort of wedge-shaped estates. Each of them is a wildly different architecture style. One of them is this... No, neither of you would know. One of them is a central sort of tower surrounded by a number of smaller towers. Marin might be mildly familiar with the architecture style. It's Constantinian, but it's specifically reminiscent of a place called Mathine Temple. And it is a temple to Erathis, the goddess of civilization. Melora's wife, basically. Then the one that you can guess is probably Ansem's is this much more robust sort of central square building surrounded by a number of like small towers that each sort of has its own purpose, and there's like workshops in each of them. The other 3 estates look, without going into too much detail, one of them looks to be Sun Elven, like Southern Caladrassian in style. One of them appears to be much more sort of homely and like lower to the ground. Almost, you would almost guess halflings designed it just by how fucking hobbiton it is. And then the last one is very strange. It's another sort of tower structure, but it looks almost like the walls are made of crystal. And then it has a number of smaller outbuildings all around it that are open air. And each of them seems to serve some sort of gardening or like greenhouse purpose. The entire estate is overgrown with just natural stuff. It looks moon elven in architecture, but it's like way too druidy. But you make your way toward the obviously Molinarch estate, which stands next to the Mathine Temple style one. And you see in this large roundabout, there's a number of people there just sort of working, almost like maintenance and like landscaping people, just working over all of these different estates. And you do see Ansem's horse outside his estate that is currently being taken care of by somebody who works on his estate as stable groom. And then you see, standing in front of the estate with all the towers, the Mathine Temple towers, is it's hard to guess how old she is because she's an elf. But an elf, probably a wood elf with long black hair with these blue and purple streaks, black lipstick, round glasses, in this very fine Constanian, like almost Edwardian woman's blouse with a vest. She's got like a pocket watch in it. She has the sort of like flared out trousers, and then the very like Edwardian style heeled boots. And she is currently staring at the gate to this estate, which looks like it got blown up. Oh. It is just in pieces and the metal's curled back. And standing next to her is an older human man who's just got his head in one hand. And you can hear her saying, "Charles, I did not expect that reaction. That shouldn't have happened." And you hear him say, "Darling, it was gunpowder."
Yeah.
And you can see a number of people have gathered from what was probably the sound of an explosion not too long ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She's not standing out in front of Molinarch's place. She's standing out.
No, she's standing in front of the Mathine Temple tower one.
I'm gonna just, for the sake of, that's not our problem right now.
Yeah. You do see as you head for Ansem's estate, he has a couple people just sort of patrolling the perimeter, and then one person actually at the gate. Each of these estates does. And this guard looks just thoroughly perturbed, just stressed as he's watching this unfold. And you see Ansem actually standing there with his arms crossed inside the gate, just observing the whole situation.
This seems fun.
Welcome, Miss Veneer. Yes, this is unfortunately normal.
They blow up their gate?
I don't think that was the intended effect, but yes. Right, Jessa. And the wood elf woman turns and she's like, "What? Hello? Can I help you?" And he's like, "You blow up everything." And she says, "That's unfair. Only half of the things." And he just rolls his eyes. He says, "Anyway, Miss Veneer and company, please come inside. Away from this mess of a genius." And he just walks away.
Behind me.
And the woman, Jessa, just waves. Just very pleasant. But she looks dangerous.
I mean, she just blew a gate all the fuck. So yeah, probably a little dangerous. Just a smidge.
Yeah, just a smidge.
A skosh, if you will.
And
What?
titch.
Oh, a titch. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Titch.
Yes?
Meow. I can hear him.
I heard the meow.
Yeah.
He's talking.
What's up, buddy? Your ear's inside out again. How do you keep doing that? For some reason, his left ear folds over on itself. I don't understand why it happens.
He's cute.
I think the cartilage might be weak from like ear mites when he was younger, so it like folds over all the time. It's really cute. You feel better, buddy? Less anxious? Now that everybody's fucked off and gotten quiet?
What are you beating to death?
Oh, my cat.
Oh.
That's his belly. He likes belly pats like a dog.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Aw.
that's his belly pats.
You want to come up?
I don't have a cat to
Keep it?
pet right now.
He's been bothering me. He's been pawing at me because I'm not paying attention to him.
Come on.
My dogs in the other room are probably like, Mom's never coming back.
What?
I know you didn't mean to do that, but God, that hurt.
Claws.
Oh.
He got up on my leg and then started kneading me, and just the claws went.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good boy.
So Puck actually, he only picks this real soft stuff on your arm when he's kneading, and he doesn't have any front claws, but he squeezes with his pads. So he gets like little pieces of skin caught between his pads. He's like, "Ugh." The whole time, like, oh my god, that hurts so bad. Not believe how fucking painful that is. It's weird.
Tighten. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Wanna come on? Come on. Don't do it again. Okay. Anyway, yes. You head into the you head into the front of this estate. The front door is beautifully carved but fairly simple. And the interior is honestly similar. Everything is nice, but it's very sparse.
Minimalists.
Yeah.
Of course they're gay.
Most of the bottom floor is made of stone, and then the upper floors are made of wood. But everything is very, very sparse. There are a few things added like rugs or tapestries, but not a whole lot in the way of like, I don't know, knickknacks and shit. There are a few cases on the walls that like show off old prototypes of weapons and so on, but that's about it. What? He leads you into just sort of a side parlor to sit down, and a number of people sort of check in with him as he's now arrived home, and home for now. This is normally his summer home, but now it's his winter home. And you are brought tea and biscuits or cookies, whatever you want to call it.
Oh
Hey, ow, that hurts. You have claws.
This is why you always go and see the gays. The gays have everything.
They have tea and cookies.
They do. They do.
Hi, bud.
And probably a really fancy tea set.
Oh, stop.
Probably.
It's. I weirdly
didn't
want to start
turn your
collecting
claws.
teacups, and I don't know why. I think it might just be like quarantine boredom, but I found some really cool teacups, and they look neat.
That's cool. I had what? I mean that. I was one of those people who like I have like a few tea sets when I was like, I'm gonna collect tea sets and stuff, but then I realized I don't know how to like properly make tea with
There he is.
Do you want me to
buddy.
teach you how to make tea?
Well, I know how to make tea, but like with the porcelain sets, I was just kind of like, I don't know how that works and everything. So.
It's easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll have to dig out my old porcelain sets then.
Teach you how to make like traditional English tea or something if you don't know how.
I mean,
it's not hard. Just put
it's
it
not
in
hard.
the correct order.
Yeah.
Yeah. I basically I have my little mesh ball that I put all the stuff in.
I am a blasphemer because I put honey in it instead of sugar.
Oh, I put honey in mine.
Yeah, that's apparently a very not English thing to do.
Why do you insist on being
Tastes
on
good,
my
though.
lap?
It does. I think the honey's better.
Yeah.
I want to make tea now.
Yeah. We were talking, you said teacups and tea, and so then we went on tea.
I heard.
Yeah. Anyway.
For some reason, he doesn't want to stand on the desk. He wants to stand on me.
Well.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You
I
get
guess I'm
pets.
softer.
You give pets, and yeah.
Love you.
Aw.
You're the best. Don't hit my microphone with your tail. Anyway, hello. Yes, you're brought. You're brought tea and cookies and shit. And Ansem sits down with you guys in this more private setting. And as you all sort of settle in, he just kind of cuts right to the chase as he's sitting there with one leg crossed over, with the tea in his hands.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He's fabulous.
Ugh.
He looks over at Marin and says, "So, what exactly, just so we're clear, is the draw to Tull Dhunnost? You are a walker?"
Guilty as charged.
And do you know what you're doing?
Absolutely not.
Fair.
Great.
So I'm assuming your husband is one?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Very recently.
And that's why he's missing?
Yes. I assume you've all heard of the explosion at the Monomarig with the Sephan hide.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He had some part in that. He wasn't there when it actually happened, but he's currently the lapdog, unwilling lapdog, to one of the White Cloaks. I don't know who. I'm assuming Taiylor or Vela. It's always her.
Yeah, we actually are supposed to be killing her. Supposed to be.
Lovely.
I don't know if that's happening or not yet.
Well, considering no one's managed to kill her for 200 years, it could be difficult.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's getting old.
She should have died probably 201 years ago, honestly.
Yeah. So that's what is Sai still, does he still have his disguise up?
Yes.
Okay. Sai, you wanna let your buddy here in on that? Or
Silas looks over at Ansem, says, "I honestly think he's already guessed." And Ansem looks across at him and says, "Yes, no one quite has that cadence to their voice." And Silas rolls his eyes, drops Mask of Many Faces.
Yeah. So we kind of stepped in some shit.
My God,
And-
stop scaring my cat. Asshole.
So we kind of stepped into some shit, and we're trying to get out of more shit.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing so, we've stepped in even more shit. So we're just covered in shit at this point.
Sounds like my husband.
Yeah.
So, what are all of these layers of shit that you're in? Just so I can be ready.
Well, so Marin's a walker. Obviously, we know that.
Yes.
Marin also made a deal with Senna,
Oh, whoa, okay, we're going that direction.
Oh,
which we somehow have to get out of.
Yeah.
I found the Gaitha hide staff, and I gave it to Kenna McAmbro. And then I also know where the Ordenhide staff is now, because the Heidelen cult no longer has it.
Wait, you know where it is?
Did I not tell you?
No, because you specifically last time said, I'm not telling Marin that.
Oh, well, I know where the Ordenhide is. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but I know where it is. Because you are the last person who needs to know where it is.
Okay, listen, I just sip on my tea.
Uh-huh. But
So-
it has been taken from the Heidelen cult.
by someone trustworthy?
Someone who's not interested in using it for their own personal gain.
Sure. We'll deal with that later.
How do you know all this?
Me?
Yes.
I talked to them
When?
sometime.
You don't have sending anymore.
I met them in person.
In Vulfira?
No. They stopped by on the boat.
They stopped by on the boat.
Yeah. People can... magical shit happens. This
I
person
guess.
had complete control over the staff, so they were very powerful.
I would like to make an insight check.
Go for it.
Do I have to make a
Make
deception?
a deception check.
Deception!
Oh god, the one time I don't roll well tonight. This is a 10.
Oh, I didn't roll very well either, but I'll beat a 10.
Yeah, I'm sure.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hard to read.
Fine. Magical shit, whatever.
Yeah, very super powerful magical shit.
Great.
But yeah, so that means that the Heidelen cult only has one staff left.
The dark staff.
The dark staff, yes.
And from what we can tell, it was in Tull Dhunnost, and now they moved it after the tidal wave.
Possibly.
So, yeah. But
And-
we don't
Yeah.
even know if that's our plan.
And the Sentinels just told us that Kenna McAmbro has been unable to redo the wall to hold the other staves in that she has in her possession.
It's not to hold the staves in. The barrier around the Monomarig is to protect the Monomarig as a cultural heritage site, I guess, but also to protect and keep asleep the Malandrada.
What's the Malandrada again?
Even for Kit, this is a little bit esoteric knowledge. Quick creation story recap. So the Giri people were here first. They were created by the Giri gods, the children and grandchildren of the Balin gods, aka the Titans. So the Giri people, who were originally giants, were here first for like 10,000 years-ish. And then the Monomarig was sent at the beginning of the end of an ice age, essentially, what was called the Long Thaw. The Monomarg brought with it the first non-giant people, the Monomar, as they were named after the Monomarg. The Monomar eventually split into several groups, including the Monomar, which Kit is part of, which includes Elusir and a couple other groups, and then the Dulmarg. And then there's some intermixing between Giri and Monomar and so on and so forth. The Malandrada were a people who came to the worlds just before the Monomar did, and they were specifically sent to guide the Monomaric meteor to the world. So I've had someone simplify them and say that they're aliens, but they're not. They're not like the Githyanki. They're nothing like that. They're a strange, ethereal group of people that some laws of physics don't apply to them. And there is no clear answer as to what or who they really are. The only consensus is that the Balin gods use them to in turn bring their own people, the Monomar, to the world. There's some idea that the Malandrada may be the truly original people, the first ones created by the Balin gods, but there's no evidence to support that. Because no one's ever asked them, because they've been asleep underneath the Monomarig ever since it crashed and the Monomar people began to spread.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's the really short version with no nuance or detail. But basically, they're asleep, and the idea is that they will wake up when the world ends and there are no other people left.
Oh, and nobody wants them to wake up then.
They will inherit the earth, essentially. Yes, so nobody wants them to wake up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're not bad, but their waking up signals the end.
Okay.
So yeah, keeping them protected while they sleep, not necessarily keeping them asleep, is sort of the function of the barrier. If they feel threatened, they will wake up.
Oh.
Prematurely. So that's fun. But anyway, Ansem goes on to say, on that note, because of the fall of the barrier due to the Sephenhide, a few Malandrada have apparently started waking up.
Uh-oh.
There was one already awake before the wall fell, assumed to be a caretaker. But now a handful more have woken up.
That's bad.
That doesn't sound good.
And once they wake up, I don't know if they can ever go back to sleep. So we're Kenna. She is a friend to myself, Jessa, Charles, Ethane, Elenestel, Vosner. We have a little bit of a group going. And between Constanos and Haven, we're doing everything we can to support Kenna to get the barrier back up and running. But she's currently dealing with a war on 3 fronts, so to speak, one of which is an actual war, then the barrier, and then the issue of succession, because she can't really do that. The whole Elder Druid thing. Someone else needs to take over. She has other things that she needs to be doing. So, the North Pole is all a bit fucked at the moment.
Yeah.
And Tull Dhunnost and the Heidelen cult are symptoms of that all falling apart.
Yeah. Another important fact that we should probably bring up.
Yes.
So we mentioned that we are under orders to kill Kyla Urvela.
Oh, yeah.
By whom?
My mother-in-law. And she's hoping that we can do that so that I, in my walkerified state, can take her place.
So you're killing a white cloak at the order of a white cloak.
In order to become the next White Cloak.
Yeah.
Cynthia Moore is already a white cloak.
No, she wants Marin to be the next White
She
Cloak.
wants me to.
I see.
Yeah.
I can understand the usefulness of that.
Yeah.
So we're assuming that Kyla is probably not the puppeteer.
Assuming.
I don't think Cynthia Moore would be stupid enough to send the puppet after the puppet master.
I also don't think Cynthia Moore would be stupid enough to tether herself to someone.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Then who?
I don't know. Kenna, we met up with Kenna a little while ago, and she tried to figure it out, and she fucked up her hand doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And gave me the worst headache I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that doesn't make things much easier. And you have no memory of being tethered.
I have little bits that Silas has helped me try and recover.
Anyone who stands out?
Kylo was there, a man with gray beard. I don't know names. I don't.
Let me show you something. And he stands up kind of stiffly because of his ruined leg. And he goes over to this cabinet that sits against the wall. And you see him open it, and there's just a number of decorative items, old inventions inside. And he sort of carelessly shoves them aside and reaches into the back of the cabinet for something you can't see. And he pulls out a folder. And he brings it over and sets it on the coffee table in front of you guys and flips it open. And you see it's a series of very well done hand-sketched images of different people. And each of them has essentially a dossier, a collection of information about them. And you see at the top of the stack is Cynthia Moore. Very well drawn. Somebody got a good look at her to make this. And it lists off that she is a Heidelen cult white cloak, no apparent region leadership role, and just other facts about her involvement in the cult, including the fact that she seems to have been a member since she was about 13 years old.
Wow.
The
That's young.
dossier has a note that says they believe her parents gave her to the cult, but she was never sacrificed.
Looking at Silas, I'm like, you didn't know that your mother was involved until Kit and Sylfie met up with us, right?
No. I never met my grandparents, and she never talked about any of it. I really don't know my mother.
Yeah.
but Ansem kind of sighs and shrugs and says, Cynthia Moore is unfortunately not a unique case. Though it is unique how high she's managed to rise. Most people given to the cult are either sacrificed or remain just controlled servants of the White Cloaks and Grey Cloaks. She managed to make something of herself. And he flips to the next page where you see a dossier for Wedna Altera, which is marked dead.
Yep. She's super deadsies.
Yeah. And it is marked with the exact date she was killed and how.
How did you find that information out?
I have
If I
my
might
ways.
ask.
My husband works with a group known as the Guild of the Gate. They protect the Realm Gate, among other things. And one of their orders, the Chasers, specializes in gathering information like this. This particular piece comes from inside Cynthia Moore's own little enclosed circle.
Oh.
That's useful.
Yes, it is. And he flips through a few more. You see Flynn in there. You see Redner in there. You see a few other people who you recognize but didn't know their names. Just people that you've seen in your life that had some relation to the Moors or the Alteras. A number of other arbiters, a number of other Heidelen cultists. And he keeps flipping until eventually he gets to a couple of people that he pulls out of the stack that vaguely fit your description of the man that you saw with the gray beard. And he pulls two out. One of them is sort of a more rotund, gray bearded man, shaved head. He doesn't look familiar to you. But the other one, much thinner, more gaunt. This is the exact man, and he is marked as dead.
I pointed at that one. That was him.
And Ansem nods, and he says, this was one of the higher-ranking Grey Cloaks, responsible for such things as sacrifices, experimentation, especially medical, and just all around pulling people apart and putting them back together. He's responsible for a few interesting maladies and conditions of some close friends, namely vampirism, managing to managing to give someone necromantic powers that they never should have had, that sort of thing.
Can I see what his death date was?
His death date, I don't have an exact date for when all the stuff happened to you, but it would probably be about a week before you were resurrected. And the cause of death listed is unsure, likely murder, Cynthia Moore.
So that's interesting.
Considering the circumstances, yes.
I've seen that man before, but he died before I was resurrected.
To get your memory straight, just to make sure everything's clear, the memory you have of him, of that still image,
was before,
is while you were dead.
Oh.
So he died in between that memory and your resurrection.
Oh, okay.
just so we're clear.
Okay. Well, it can't be him then.
And he flips through a few more, and you catch a glimpse of that Sun Elf Admiral in there. And he just flips right past it.
Hold on.
Yes.
The Sun Elf.
And he flips back to it. She is currently marked as alive.
I know her. She was there too.
Interesting.
Is it the same one that I saw with Cindy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I mentioned that. Like, I looked through a seeing crystal of some kind and saw her and Cynthia talking after we killed Wedna. They seem to be fairly close.
Well, that's interesting because we don't have much information about her. What do you know about her?
Nothing. I just saw them have kind of an intimate moment and then continue on. I can check my memory. Give me a second.
She is the admiral to the navy of a particularly powerful Sun Elf king down in Caladros. She and that kingdom and Morrisrest, the arbiters, seem to have recently struck some sort of deal. And they are essentially trading slaves for ships. As slavery is not illegal down in the Sun Elf kingdoms.
I don't really have any information on her. I just saw her and Cynthia seem like they were conniving together. And
So she was in Harris.
She was in Moore's Rest.
In Harris.
Which isn't Harris.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Interesting.
I don't have much information about her either. I just saw her.
Yeah, she walked right into Cynthia's room.
And he jots down a little bit of that information. I believe I mentioned this, and if I didn't, I apologize. But Marin does remember seeing her at the cistern.
Yeah. Yep, I
Okay.
remember you mentioning that.
Okay. Just making sure that's on the table.
Yep.
Okay.
So she's definitely a candidate.
It seems so. There is also the possibility that they bound you to someone much lower tier as a reward, or maybe as a test of loyalty. They seem to have come into this idea recently that giving promising black cloaks their own walkers is a good way to secure their loyalty and train them for future leadership positions.
However, there's one piece about this that's significantly different. Is that
Yes.
Marin can remember everything that happens.
I didn't tell you that. But
Oh, you didn't?
Well, okay, I'll just say yeah.
I thought you did. I'm sorry.
No, I told
You
Silas
don't have
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I told Silas that, but I'll just say, like, over the week that we were on the boat, I told you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marin can remember everything.
Ansem looks at Marin and says, "That's not right."
Yeah.
There's
I
also no
figured
switch. Whoever takes over seamlessly. And everything continues because she almost killed me the last time she took over. They took over, whoever it was.
So
And
then it's
I couldn't
either,
tell the difference.
So then it's either something new, or maybe it's a botched job.
I don't know. I honestly feel like Cynthia, if she was given the choice of letting me remember or not, I feel like she would. She likes to play mind games. She likes to remind you who's really in charge.
Well, with all due disrespect, Cynthia Moore isn't as smart as she thinks she is. Walkers work a certain way. If you're different, someone much smarter than Cynthia Moore figured out how to make that work. Or they purposely changed something. Maybe to either get an upper hand themselves or mess something up for Cynthia.
Could it be Kyla?
I don't know.
She was the one who performed the ceremony. Maybe she knew that Cynthia was gunning for someone to take over for her.
Well, most of the White Cloaks assume that, most of the leading White Cloaks at least, assume that the others are gunning for them. While the cult does work in this hierarchy rather smoothly, there's also an inherent distrust between the leadership roles. The position of a White Cloak is, in leadership, especially continental leadership like Kyla, is lifelong. You keep it as long as you're alive. Which means that many of the non-leading White Cloaks get very impatient. She would be an idiot not to expect something.
Right. So it's a very strong possibility that she did mess it up on purpose.
That is possible, but I'm wondering if there's something else we're not accounting for here. Maybe somebody who threw a wrench in the works on purpose to mess everyone up. But obviously we have no way of knowing that.
Yeah.
The last people who were in contact with Kyla or Vela were the same group that destroyed the Sephenhide crystal. They broke into Tull Dhunnost, or broke into the catacombs below Tull Dhunnost and the cistern to rescue a friend and my husband. They weren't able to save everyone. They lost Ithane, and they lost a young man named Jude Connell, and they were both turned into walkers.
We know Jude.
Jude is no longer a walker.
He is not. We know this. But they weren't able to get Ithane back. The only reason they got Jude back was because of the whole Sephenhide debacle. But they went there in part to learn more about those in their group who had been walkers before, and whose walker status they weren't sure of anymore. From what we know of what they found out, the cistern there may have some more clues, but it was very quickly drained and closed off, and we don't know what's happening with it right now. Tull Dhunnost is a bit hard for us to reach. And when I say us, I do mean the combination of the Sentinels and the Guild of the Gate.
Well, that's where we're headed. We were going there to first to see if we could kill Kyla, next to see if we could get a staff, and now I guess just look for more clues.
All of those are wonderful goals. But my current goal is to get Ithane back and untethered. And as much as I would love to be prideful and do it myself. I'm a little too old to be running around the world on a ruined leg and a ruined arm by myself. So, if you need an extra gun, I'm at your service.
That would be great. We recently had a few members of our team go back home in different directions, so I mean, if that's okay with everybody else, I guess I don't want to make that decision for us.
I will only be able to stick around for as long as it takes to get Ethane back, but I have no idea where he is, and Tull Dhunnost is the last place anyone saw him. Or, well, it's the last place anyone saw him before he had orders to attack them on Marek. I need to figure out what they did to him exactly, and see if maybe I can find some record of who his tether is. As we understand it, the Heidelen cult keeps strangely good records, so there's some chance that we could learn of some other walkers, and we may learn who your tether is. Though I'm not so sure that they would keep such a high-profile one in writing.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot.
At this point, anything is worth a shot.
Well, I suppose then, if there's anything more to talk about it, we can talk about it on the way. Make yourselves at home. There's plenty of room. And rest easy knowing that this place is very well protected. And if anything goes wrong, Jessa-san is next door and she'll blow everything up if something happens.
Yeah, we did have a bit of an incident in town today when someone recognized Silas, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the ass.
Well, as far as I know, I do not have Silas Moore on my property, so...
Good to know. All right. Thank you again for this, and hopefully we'll find Ethane.
And thank you again for freeing my daughter. She's not mine by blood, she's Ethane's. But she means the world to me. And I know you didn't know who she was at the time, but I don't feel like the gun quite paid it back.
I didn't do it to get it paid back to me, so...
I know you didn't, which is why you deserve help. So, I am going to go sleep because I haven't slept in 3 days. Dinner is eventually. And he gets up and walks out. You guys are shown to rooms by the very small serving staff, and dinner is brought out later on in the evening. Ansem sleeps through the meal. He's a tired old man. In fact, I think he's like in his... Oh fuck, how old is Molly? I think Ansem's in his early 70s.
Jesus.
Oh, I thought he was younger than that.
He looks younger than that.
Okay.
He's a very spry 70-year-old.
Is he human?
He's mostly human.
Okay.
He's got a little bit of elf in there somewhere.
Okay, I was about to say, like...
Yeah, he's a little more longer lived than a human, but he's still old.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes. Alright. I think that is a good stopping point for the night, unless you guys have something specific you need to do.
I did want to clarify one thing. So at the beginning of the stream, before we started playing, you were like talking about how Silas was tired that one time. Has that kept up? or anything while we've been on the journey, or was that just kind of like a one-time thing that had something to do with the penis monster?
With the false Hydra thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. That was to do with the false Hydra.
Okay.
And basically it was, if you guys didn't figure it out, Silas was going to be the next one to get, like, pulled down there.
Oh, no! Okay.
The fatigue lasted for a few extra days, but he's fine now.
Okay. Just making sure.
Mostly.
Yeah. No, I have nothing else that I would like to do then.
Okay.
Same.
Ben?
I'm good.
Anything? Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for the next travel and talk episode of Atlaran Adventuring Company. All of our links are below to YouTube, Twitter, each of our individual Twitters. You can find us at Atlaran ADB Co. And Alicia, tell us about yourself.
Hi. You can find me at amkellywrites on Twitter or at my website, amkellywrites.com. I write. I'm writing a book about D&D, and it's pretty cool. Back to you, Taiylor.
Well, actually, to Ben.
Well, sure.
Hi. Hey.
Hi.
I'm Blake R. Wolfe. You can find me at blakerwolfe.com or Blake R. Wolfe on Twitter, BLAKERWOLFE. I have a book coming out Friday.
Yeah.
Another book.
Yay.
The Crystal Eye.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Yeah.
So this is my first in a fantasy series called The Crystalline Chronicles. Should be 6 books. The second book is over.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah, it's 6 books.
Thought it was only going to be 3.
I thought it was 3 too.
Shit.
It was 3 when I started working on it,
Okay.
like 3 months ago, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn it into 6. And so I have. The goal was 3 books at 100,000 words or 6 at 50K. First book is almost 90. Like 200 words shy of 90. So it's they're all going to be like almost 100K.
So
And
somewhere between 3 and 6 books.
there will be 6. They're already plotted.
Okay.
Roughly.
Yes.
This one even comes with a, I don't know if you can see it very well. It comes with a map.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yay.
So,
Awesome.
yeah, there's
That's legit.
right? I made a map for it. It actually looks
Hell
decent. It printed good and everything, and you could read it.
That's like a huge thing for fantasy books, is having a map. It makes it so much more like legitimate.
And the super fun thing is that this book, the ebook version, paperbacks are $14.99 because apparently when you do over 300 pages, they're like really expensive to print. But
that's normal for a
Yeah.
paperback, like in stores. So,
but
It's
the
not that
ebook
big.
is launching at 99 cents for the first 2 weeks only. So make sure you pre-order and get your copy so that you can read it. And there's also, if you look at my author page, you'll also see that book number 2 is already up for pre-order.
yay.
So that's me. And there's I wrote other books too. You can look at those. Fuck those other books.
But they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I will also be, weirdly, I just got confirmation today that I will have a dealer's booth at Midwest Fur Fest selling my books.
Yay.
So it's all virtual, so you can just stop by and visit, but yeah. It doesn't smell good yet. It smells like it's fresh off a press, which is like not a great smell, actually.
It
just
smells like ink and not paper yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just smells like ink. But it's like, it's hefty. It's like got some weight to it.
Hefty boy.
Yeah. I got a few more on the way. I have your copy, Taiylor. It's in the mail.
Yay.
So yeah, that's me.
Sign it for me.
I will.
yeah.
No, I have a Sharpie. Don't worry.
And I have your Yule gift.
Oh, I have yours too.
Yay.
That
All
came
right.
today.
Well, hello. My name is Taiylor Wallace. I am Blake's editor.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I can't speak English good, but I
You're
can write
actually.
it.
You're on the last page.
Yay.
There you go.
Aw. Yay.
You're the very last page of the book.
Fuck yeah. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Taiylor Wallace. And how do you spell my name? TAIYLORWALLACE. No, we're not doing that again.
Oh my god. Every time.
You can also find me if you need editing services on the cheaper side, and somebody who will get back to you in less than 4 months. Look me up at sonderediting.com.
This was 2 weeks.
kind of... Huh?
This was like less than 2 weeks you edited this entire thing. I don't believe in overcharging people or taking forever, so unless I get swamped with requests, which probably won't happen anytime soon, but like you can expect to get your edit back from me in like a month. Mm-hmm.
So look me up. I'm fair. Anyway, you can, if you missed any of this stream or any previous stream, you can find us on YouTube at Atlaran Adventuring Co. And you can also check out the podcasts on most of the major podcasting platforms. So check us out there. Listen to our silky voices.
I don't know. I mean, maybe you guys, but
especially not
so silky over here.
My voice was gone like an hour in, so
yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go dig my cat out because people keep scaring him.
Just give him time; he'll be fine.
I know, but I just feel so bad for him.
Don't. It's a brand new environment. He hasn't been there before. He's gonna be scared of everything anyway. It'll be fine.
I know, but he's such an anxious boy. And every time he pops out, he's like, as he sees me, and he's like, "Oh, you're still here." And I love him. I love my son. Yes, love your nephew. You're gonna love him. He's gonna be great.
He's great.
He's so people friendly that I'm sure he'll greet you and Dad right off the bat. No. And also you, Weesh, when you finally come over here.
I know.
I need to be the one to actually plan, but like...
I get so anxious when I'm like, oh, this person that I like usually talk to with a computer, and then they're like, let's meet up for real, and I'm like, oh god, what if they hate me when they...
Well, we've met in person before, and I loved you even like
well, that was like 10 years ago, and like,
but
honestly, you're almost completely the same in person, Alicia. So,
is that good or bad?
You know what you're getting.
In my opinion, you look more, not older, but more mature.
In person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I think
Sorry, Weesh, you look old as hell in person.
No. That is not what I was trying to say. You look like a kid last time I saw you.
That's true.
In person.
That's because I'm
like sure
8.
When I see you now, you'll look like an actual like adult human rather than a tiny child. I can't make this into a compliment. I'm sorry.
I know. It's literally not like, it's just my brain being like, you have no real friends and everybody hates you eventually.
Well, we're just a group of people that mostly believe that, so we'll be each other's friends.
Yay.
All right, well, let's get the fuck out of here because I think we're all horrifically tired.
I'm wide awake now.
Oh, fuck both of you.
We could keep playing.
No, it's okay. I gotta keep writing tonight. I'm so close to finishing NaNoWriMo.
Oh, yeah. There's still 2 days left.
Yeah, today, tomorrow, and then Monday.
I'm not making it. Unless I write, like, 40K.
I'm almost at 46,000, so I should make it.
Damn. Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, see, I have to have book 2 because, so what I learned doing this book is that you don't start writing the second book while you're waiting for the edits for the first one. So next time, I'm going to finish the second book. I'm going to do the edits. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to do the edits, do the formatting, put it online, and then write the fucking third one. Because Jesus Christ.
Why did something I said fuck it up?
No, I didn't have to change anything, really. It was just that, like, it was hard to bounce back and forth and, like, be editing brain and writing brain at the same time. And formatting and business and advertising, there's a lot of brains happening. So
don't do that.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah. Too much.
Anyway, we're going to get out of here because I'm going to collapse from exhaustion, but I'll bet you the moment the camera turns off, I will be wide fucking awake.
Yeah.
Or the moment the stream turns off. So everybody have a wonderful rest of your weekend. 2020 is almost over.
It is.
Fuck.
We get to talk about New Year's goals soon.
Oh, no.
My only goal is to survive.
Someone just followed us. Hey.
Yay.
They did? Hey.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi.
Wow, we all just were like, what?
But yeah, have a good one. We'll see you next Saturday, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, 5 p.m.
But word of warning ahead of time, the weekend of the 19th, we will not be streaming.
Yes, the weekend before Christmas, because I got that convention seat, and I have to be like live on Zoom for people to ask me questions and stuff. So I mean,
you could play and then also.
Oh my god. I thought they would give me like more of a heads up, but they're like, no, it's 2 weeks away. I'm like, okay, thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's soon.
Yeah.
Gee.
So.
But
okay.
For real.
For real this time. No more Midwestern
are we going now?
buying.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you next week,
Bye,
Saturday
guys.
at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you, kids.
Pew, 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 pew.